Okay, boom. Section 10 live from Cape Coral.
Yeah.
Cape Coral, not Fort Myers. No tea. No tea. It was a hot story. It's probably the most drama-filled story of the entire spring training so far.
Seems like it.
No tea. Sad about it. But listen, T will be back. T will be involved moving forward, I hope. But I think what we should say right up front is the Rafael Devers drama is a nothing burger. At least from being down here and talking to people, it sounds to me in speaking to individuals about the Rafael Devers situation and the drama and the controversy surrounding that, nothing burger.
Huge nothing.
What were the quotes today? He had some, he had one that jumped out to me of like, I'm kind of surprised why this is becoming a big deal and why people are making a big deal out of it. I would understand why people would make a big deal out of Rafael Devers straight up saying, no, I don't want to be the DH of the Red Sox. So I think maybe that's something that
quotes
he's overlooking for. But yeah, now it's like quotes on the quotes about the quotes.
Get
and
the
then
boom quotes.
Comments on the quotes. Yeah,
Yep.
I think Catillo had him.
Yep.
He said, I really don't know why this is becoming such a big story. We're a team. We communicate with each other. The most important thing is that we win. That's where I stand. I feel like I said everything I needed to say that day. I still feel the same way. I'm not frustrated. I don't have the need to be frustrated about anything with anybody. My family is good. My kids are good. I have no reason to be frustrated about anything. I think the last thing he was really asked about this was like, do you want to get traded?
Right.
So
yeah.
I feel like if he's just like, we're all fine, that's a good thing.
I think, yeah, the only strange part about the quote is I don't know why people were even talking about this. We got to a point in the conversation where we were like, do you want to leave the team?
He said no.
Yeah, he said no.
Like, no, I'm
Yeah, he
good.
said no. So, yeah, nothing burger to me.
You talked to him.
I did for like a quick second.
What
It
did
was
it say?
like a hi, but hello.
Hello? Was that the full conversation? Hi, hello?
Yep.
Okay.
was it.
What did you take from that? Did it seem like his hello
Seemed
was
happy.
like, I might go to DH or
No,
it was a stay at third hello?
It was like a fist bump, and the fist bump felt to me like I'll do it what the team asked me to do type fist bump.
You didn't get any sense from that fist bump that it was I want to stay at third fist bump. It was
No.
more I'll do whatever.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
I'll do whatever it takes to make the Red Sox the best team that possible, and hopefully win the World Series this year. Doing whatever I can to make that happen.
But the only word he said was hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we go. Makes sense.
yeah. So that's what I got from it. But yeah, we've canned some interviews. We got Liam Hendricks, we got Garrett Crochet, and we got Trevor Story. How was that experience for you, Coley?
It's great. Me and my pal Trevor. I saw someone on Instagram was like, I bet he acted like his best friend. I mean, you guys can speak. I don't feel like I did. I wasn't like I wasn't like a dickhead to him either, though.
There was no need to be.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I think people think I hate the person. I
There's
don't.
no beef.
I've been, I think, wildly disappointed with his play, but as people hear in the interview, so is he. So we agree.
And
That's how I came out of it.
It's never been, I don't know if for you it's ever been wildly disappointed with his play. It's just he's not available. It's
part of it. Yeah,
it's
that's
a
absolutely part
lack
of
of
it.
availability, not being out there, which he addressed. He talked about in the interview. Really nice guy, really down to earth dude.
Very nice guy.
And I do like when we talk a lot on this podcast about, leader of the team and who is it, who's going to take on that role. When we asked him that question, I think his answer is probably what we would have assumed it to be, but it was still positive hearing him talk about the impact that he feels like he's been able to have, even when he wasn't out there and not playing every single day. Because someone like him, I feel like he wants to lead by example and be able to show you, hey, do this because I just did it this last inning. It's got to take away some of that juice when you're saying it from the dugout and you're out for the season, or maybe going to come back in like a useless September. So him and Hendricks talking about, kind of feeling like they weren't able to do what they wanted to do with this team to this point gives them that extra juice coming into this season.
I got some extra juice on the Underdog Fantasy app. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Best app in the game.
I got to tell you a little bit about it.
Do it.
Yep. The Underdog Fantasy app is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats, strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make entries of all baseball, or you can mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. We're going to be... We're still talking live show. We don't know if we're going to be doing that or not, but I want to do that for opening day. So shout out to Underdog. They'll be heavily involved in that process. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's Jared. to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick on
bonus
Underdog.
credits.
Yep, that is Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. Also, big shout out to Underdog for where we're at right now. I mean, this doesn't happen without Underdog. The Underdog, let's call it Spring Training House 1 because there's going to be Spring Training House 2 when we get to Phoenix. You guys, well, you're staying with Alan Perrault.
I am. Yeah, Alan Perrault's coming down and we're going to chill.
Yep, Coley's going back to Maine. I go to Bradenton tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yep.
And then we go to Phoenix for the last leg of the spring training tour. But yesterday, even though it was like a shitty rainy day at JetBlue, still a very productive day. Still had the interviews. Still got to basically see pretty much everyone. I'm trying to think of like who didn't we see yesterday. I got to see Blaze.
I mean, did you talk with Cora or no?
Yeah.
Okay. When was that?
That's when I said I was going to go get lunch, but then I just went in front of like where like the clubbies were and just like hung out there for like an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got that chat in. Yeah. Would have liked to talk to Cora a little bit more, but no, still getting those interviews yesterday was huge and just nice to walk around. My favorite part about the setup at Fort Myers is that walkway where you got the legendary sign. Yeah. Because you never know who you're going to bump into. We saw Marcelo. We saw Roman Anthony. They showed some love. Super chill dudes, as you would expect. Section 10 alum. So it's just kind of cool. And then obviously we saw the best player on the team taking BP and Masataki Yoshida.
Saw Yoshida taking BP. Saw Christian Campbell.
Saw Pedro.
Saw Pedro. Saw David Hamilton. Everyone's like, oh, you're going to try and get a Titanic reference into every single show. But like, listen to this, right? So
Check this one out.
Check this one out.
Well, tune in here.
Check this one out because this one.
Here we go.
This is one of the best Titanic references I've ever made. This is from the movie, not just the actual ship.
Okay.
So I'm over by like the clubby area where they've got all the bats and balls and equipment and all that. And I had my back to the entrance. I was looking out towards the legendary sign. I get a tap on my back. I turn around and it's our manager, Alex Cora. And if you've seen Titanic, you know, like that last scene, spoiler alert, I'll give you just a second to, just in case you haven't seen it.
Just give him a little bit. Wait, hold.
So when Rose dies, right?
What?
Jeez.
You've seen it. When Rose dies and she goes back to Titanic and all the people that died on the ship are there. And then slowly they build up to Jack being at the top of the stairs. And it's like, Jack. So I'm standing there. I turn around. There's Alex Cora. And I'm talking to him. And I'm like, man, this is great. Great to see Alex Cora. And then he moves out of the way. And who's standing right there? Alex Bregman in a Red Sox uniform.
A different Alex.
A different Alex. It was what a reveal it was to see him in the Red Sox uniform. Been waiting a long time to see that. So that was a great moment. We mentioned Pedro. Got to see Pedro. Got to talk to D'Angelo Ortiz.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. Talked to him for a little bit. Who else did we cross paths with?
Zach Kelly.
Yeah, big fan of the 10.
I saw him in the content. Yeah, the Red Sox have a content.
Yeah.
Which I was sworn to secrecy, couldn't say anything about it. Just
now you almost said too much about it.
Listen, I'm not going to say another word about the content.
No.
Who else? We walked past Walker Buehler, got to see him, but didn't get to talk to him.
No.
David Hamilton, by the way, looking very meaty these days.
You know, the guy who struck me as perhaps our youngest son, Vaughn Grissom's huge.
Oh, he's a tank.
Tall drink.
Tall, but like I saw him talking to Big Dom Smith. It was the Yankees rainout, obviously. Dom was holding court back there.
Like really holding court.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, he looked like he was like the mayor of Fort Myers. It was impressive.
But Vaughn was standing there with his back to us, and like his shoulders were above my head. Like he was a massive human being. So I'm all in on jacked Vaughn.
The other thing, too, talking about like surprising in size, and I don't know why I'm surprised because we've seen him before. Marcelo Meyer is a big dude. Like he's like almost as tall as you.
Yeah, 6'4".
And I was saying that maybe it's because we were sitting down for the interview and maybe I didn't stand up when he walked over. But when we interviewed him in Portland, like if you had asked me 2 days ago, like how tall is Marcelo Meyer, I would have been like 6 feet, around there. He's very big. So I'm buying a ton of Marcelo Meyer stock after that encounter.
I didn't think he'd be taller than me. I was actually a little bit offended, honestly. And the fact that we've already seen him, like you said, it's like, dude, did you grow since the Portland interview?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this all
He
about?
may have. He's a young lad.
Yeah.
He is a young lad.
Good looking cat. Probably
Great
might be the best looking dude on the team, maybe. that we've seen.
We get a lot of good looking dudes on this squad.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
Marcelo knows he's got the flow.
Best meteorologist. I don't know.
100%.
Kind of looks like shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pre-rain, and he just told us like the rain normally comes from over there.
yeah,
It's like-
yeah. If the rain's coming down that road,
Yeah,
Boy,
if
did
you're
it.
looking for it, just look to the left. It's going to come in from there.
Yeah.
And it did.
We
It came in.
saw obviously Loomer, Will Fleming,
yes,
Yep.
yeah.
TC.
Psycho Boys.
Yep.
Yep.
We had an evening. We had an evening at the spring training house, the Underdog Spring Training House. What was that? Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday night. Loomer shows up. Will shows up. We played a little game called Suicide Pool, which is basically like everyone gets to shoot. Doesn't matter if it's solids or stripes. If you shoot and you don't get a ball in, then I get to hum a tennis ball at you as hard as I possibly can, which is good for you guys because I'm accurate. Like it's coming in hard, but like I'm not going to hit you in the face. But when I had to shoot and be subject to the same rules, I don't trust you guys as much. I wasn't hitting the head or the face, thank God, but like the threat was certainly there. So I felt a different kind of pressure to make my shots.
You want to talk about like maybe the most revealing thing that happened here? Worst athlete, comfortably, Jerry.
I'm sorry,
Comfortably.
because of mini golf.
The tone change
Are you
pre
talking-
and post mini golf.
All right, but
It's
can I explain?
crazy.
Can I
It certainly
explain?
did.
Can I explain? All right, yeah.
Please
Allow me to
explain.
explain. So second day we're down here, I went sans sunscreen and burned the shit out of my face.
I don't think it
So
was that. You didn't burn yourself that bad.
no, I didn't.
No, he's quite red.
I'm quite red.
I can see it.
Yeah,
Seen
and so then this morning we didn't have any of the rub-on sunscreen, so I took the spray and just sprayed myself in the face with sunscreen. And then I'm mini golfing. I go up there for the first hole. I rub my eye, just immediately, just like daggers, Coley, like daggers to my pupils.
Coley?
Coley,
So, and Mike Eamon can attest to this. The second you really couldn't see,
are these twist off? These twists? Twisties?
Yeah.
you became much better at mini golf the less you could see.
Oh yeah, of course they're twisties.
So that's where I don't know if that applies.
Blue Moon, Belgian White.
Belgian wheat.
Listen to this.
You got some good hits off Chapman.
Right.
You did face Chapman in the box.
I did face Chapman in the box.
Some good action there.
Wore him out.
Yeah.
Wore him out.
Yeah.
The Trajekt machine.
Yeah.
You've heard of this. Everyone at home, you've heard of this. You guys, you've heard of this. It's the machine that it's a video board where you see the pitcher and their exact motion. They've got the computer and it's the spin, it's the velocity, it's the horizontal, it's the vertical, all of it. And it perfectly replicates any pitcher in the league that you want. And I just went in there and wore out Aroldis Chapman.
100%. Only
Wore 'em
contact.
out.
That was it.
Only contact. And the best part is the folks over with the Red Sox minor league camp, they were like, we're going to fuck with them and throw them a slider here. Whack! Right up the middle. And yeah, you couldn't fool me, Aroldis. So.
I got to say, I was unaware. How aware were you of that exact system? I didn't know.
Very.
You were very?
I saw it 2 springs ago, yeah.
Okay. That was the first time I'd seen it in person. And to the point where I was talking with Mikey about it. I forget who I had this conversation with, but that players are getting upset that, they're going to be able to see your mechanics, the way it comes out of your hand, the exact spin, basically identical to what these pitchers do. I didn't know it was like that at all. Like you
Easiest game.
basically literally
easy
faced
game.
Chapman.
Yeah, and it was not hard.
Yeah.
No, it was like the least intimidating. Obviously, it wasn't a real game, wasn't any of that. But like for 97, it didn't feel that
No.
daunting.
You got to
No.
step in there. I was the only one that stepped in there. First, I stepped in there with no bat. I just wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Saw a couple pitches, and I was like, give me a stick. Let's see what we got
And you
here.
did great. Genuinely
just-
did great.
It's a great system. And they show you where it would go at Fenway. I mean, they got it all down.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's the TrackMan?
Yeah.
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 They got that in Dick's Sporting Goods? You can just go in there
I
and
think
hit off
so.
the tee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good time. I had a great time. Thank you to the Red Sox for being so accommodating. I'm an idiot and I didn't like tease it to everyone, but the thing of the off season has been like, look in my replies, you might find something. And I was in something and I may or may not have teased an interview tonight that may not happen.
Oh, you did that on Twitter?
Well, I all I did was say, you're going to be happy with the interview or the guests that we have tonight. I did say that.
Did you say who it was?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Are we going to get into that or no?
No.
Okay.
Because as of this recording, we still don't know.
All right.
We don't know.
I'd love to get into it, but if we're not gonna,
We just don't know, Steve.
We just don't know, Steve.
All right. I really want to talk.
Do you
about
know,
it.
Steve?
Yes.
No, you don't.
You don't.
If this person's going to be here or not,
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure they're not going to be here.
I'm 50-50.
Yeah, I'm 50-50, the opposite. Like my 50s.
Yeah,
are
his
different than your
50s
50s.
less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all right.
He took the other 50.
Mine are yes or maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's where I'm also there. If we're doing like a 3-3-3, then I'm like 40 yes, 10 no, 60 maybe. Does that line
Okay.
up? 50 maybe.
I'm 50-50 0.
Okay.
So there's no chance. that
Well, it's 50 of maybe.
it's- okay. I hope he shows up. I hope he comes here.
I would love to be surprised. 99% no, 1% yes.
Well, I mean, this is a long time coming with this individual.
It certainly is. That's kind
that was
of
the
where
one
I'm
thing,
leaning
too.
on the no.
With Story, he walked right up and he said about fucking time. We get 10 on the 10.
That is true. That was the first thing you
Yeah.
said.
I think the other times that I attempted, he was hurt. So he was like, wouldn't be the best look to be yucking it up with the fellas when I'm on the sidelines. But the timeline lined up, got Trevor Story. The interview with Garrett Crochet, very interesting too, because I think we went and, we tried to sneak into some crevices and ask some questions that, we're trying to get some newsworthy answers. And I don't know, like, there's going to be like no breaking news in the interviews, but I think there were some thoughtful, interesting answers.
I give you credit, Jerry. And I told all three of us this. I told myself this. I thought we handled the Crochet interview very well because early on, and this is kind of who he is, it seems like, he gives short answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's to the point. He's kind of all
He's
business.
succinct.
You had your first question ready to go, and I think the answer was like 4 words. And you're like, all right, we're on to the next one. All right, let's just keep this thing moving. And
Question 2.
Yeah, question 2. But no, the pacing of it, I think, was good. He gave us more as it went further on. And then we get to some more juicy stuff. And now he's a little more comfy. And I don't know if he gave us answers that we hadn't heard before, but there's variations of answers he gave us that he has not said yet.
He took a couple pauses after some questions.
Yes.
Let me make sure I say this correctly.
Yes, absolutely.
Very well coached.
Yeah.
He is.
Media
He is.
training, 10 out of 10 for Garrett Crochet. He didn't say anything that his agent was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why did you go?
Yeah,
like that?
outside of that fuck the Yankees line, I didn't really see that coming. But he loves Perez, so makes
Loves
sense.
him.
Yeah.
Loves him. You know what I love?
Yep.
An ice cold blue moon.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a taste? Tell us what kind of notes are sitting on that bad Larry.
Well, let me hold on.
That's what I love about Jerry. You throw him a pass and he just drains it. Doesn't even think.
Let me just give you a sec.
All right, just-
Oh, there you go. Go.
Delicious every time.
That's what I
Every
taste
single
too.
time. Because even if you love beer, there are some moments that you want to enjoy a non-alcoholic drink. Celebrate those times with Blue Moon's non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian style wheat brew. It's for when you want to drink a non-alcoholic version of your favorite beer. This one has alcohol in it, I believe, but the non-alcoholic also a great option. I know T probably put down 40 to 50 of those at Auntie Kathy's funeral.
Which is still going on, I think.
Yeah, it's a
That's
lifelong.
why you couldn't make it.
Can't end the funeral till he's done drinking them.
Right. Inspired by the beer that you already love and available year-round, a Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew that tastes like drinking, even if it's not. Crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander, it tastes balanced and refreshing. Nothing compares to the great taste of a Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew. Blue Moon made brighter. Get Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter to celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Non-alcoholic malt beverage, contains less than 0.5% alcohol per volume.
Suck one. I will say something real quick on the Garrett Crochet interview. He did give us an answer. He approached a certain answer in an incredible way. And we're not going to say exactly what that is because it's coming up. But he had a specific line about one of the most important questions that we asked that got me kind of fired up and has me looking at the Red Sox like, figure this out. Figure this out immediately. Get this thing done. Have this guy going into opening day knowing where he's going to be. in the future. Not
Yeah,
just this
he
year,
was
next
like,
year.
they might put me in right. It was very strange.
Yep. But very excited for people to listen to that. And it's coming up as the bonus pod this week.
Crochet?
Yep.
Crochet's first.
Yep.
Crochet.
Okay. Yeah.
Big Shay.
Did you feel like you built some blocks in terms of a friendship with Trevor Story?
I think so. Yeah, he was a big fan of my hat,
Great hat.
which is a great way to my heart. You know what I mean? You know how meticulous I am about my hat choice. I think Trevor knows that too.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about like the questions I asked. They weren't like they weren't rude questions, but it was just like, hey, I heard you changed your stance. And he was like, yeah, time to start hitting. And I told him to stop making everyone on the team a fucking Mavs fan.
Yeah. That's
At Camp
Right.
Story.
yeah.
And then the third one was like, hey, what did you see / learn sitting next to AC last year? Like, what is it about this group of guys? So it wasn't like I was just like, man, it's sick you're here or anything like that. So I don't know.
He was very accountable in the interview.
super accountable.
Big
It was
time.
actually, we had to restart the interview. What was it? Stories mic wasn't
Something like that.
working.
Yeah, we had to get,
But the first answer he gave, because you asked the second time, it's just hard to re-ask a question the
Yeah.
same. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But the first answer he gave was like, I thought very vulnerable, very open. Just it's not like you can tell he's just dying to play baseball again. That's all he wants to do is just play baseball. And I agree.
It is tough when these guys get in those situations where you know so badly they want to be out there. They tell you how much they want to be out there, but they still aren't. It's the Chris Sale thing. Like I think Story kind of handles this like Chris Sale does, where it's like, I want to play for this team and matter for this team so bad. I almost think with Story that part of that I feel like has to cloud his ability to focus in as much as he possibly wants on just being the player he is.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that this is going to be kind of with him. He gave a great answer. We're just going to give the whole interview away right here. But he had a great answer on like, I want to get that first.
Just going to paraphrase the entire
Yeah,
interview.
we're actually not even going to post it. So
Well, I will also say, because I saw someone say during that interview, I'm here in Stories where Steve is. The rest of them, Crochet and Hendricks, are next to me. I didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the end regardless.
yeah.
These
Someone
fellas
did make that
put
comment.
that
Yeah.
mic there. That wasn't like, oh, Jared needs to separate them. Everything was fine.
Everything was fine. Yeah, there were no issues at all. But just him saying like, want to get those firsts out of the way, want to try to obviously make it into April and May and June and play baseball in the summer. That would be glorious. So
Yeah.
I think he's got the right mindset. But naturally, you're just going to have to get through those games to feel like you can do it.
And like I've definitely obviously gone off on him in the past, but like last year when he came back fighting and come back for a team that was out of it, I give him a lot of credit for that. I wasn't like pumped when he got hurt last year. Like I know it's like a joke and stuff, but I feel like I've been a little mischaracterized with like how hard I go in on him.
Also, can we be honest about the McMahon? I mean, he's just a teddy bear, dude. Like you see Coley in person, you're not gonna like want to fight him. Like if anything, you're gonna want to hug him, be like, "Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?"
I've said it a bunch of times. Coley is the human version of a mascot.
Yeah,
Like if you saw Coley just walking around, it's a mascot just in human form.
You're not gonna think he's got a bunch of like anger in him. I don't know.
No,
He
you'd
just
be like,
doesn't have that-
like, the kids want to take pictures and you're like,
Yeah.
come on over here. We'll have a way better time. You'll brighten up the room if you're over
But
here.
it's also not like a fake thing. It's not like I went to him and I tried to be someone I wasn't either. Like in the past, Matt Barnes, not the one the basketball Matt Barnes, me and him almost got into an altercation when I was just a fan and he played for the Magic. And he got booked for a mixtape back in the day, came in. And before the interview started, I was like, hey, just so you know, this has happened between us. If you don't want to do the interview, fine. And he laughed it off. He said, I did remember that interaction very well. And we talked about it. So it's not like, let me hide and pretend. Like, no, I thought we just
what was
just
the
talked.
interaction? What did you do?
So it was the Super Bowl, which I know you know this game well. It was the Super Bowl between the Saints and the Colts. It was that same day.
Oh, that one.
The Celtics played the Magic at home that
Fucking
day.
Drew Brees.
Mhm.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
people were saying the whole game.
Yeah,
Oh,
Drew Brees versus Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Was it really?
That's what. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So,
09. Where was the game?
Celtic.
It was in
I don't even know. I have no
Yeah, it was
idea.
close
Baton
enough.
Rouge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in
It
Baton Rouge.
was a home game.
They just played at the Saints
the
facility.
Celtics got clubbed by the Magic that day. And my college girlfriend at the time got us tickets right behind the Magic bench. So we were sitting there just getting hammered. And I thought the Magic were celebrating too much for being up 30 in the fourth quarter. So I started chirping Marcin Gortat because he's a 7-foot Polish guy with a Jordan tattoo on his calf. And I was just had enough. I was fed up. And I was like, "Sit the fuck down." And so Matt Barnes turned around and told me to shut the fuck up. So I was like, what's going to happen? Like, I know nothing's going to happen here. So I start talking shit to Matt Barnes instead. And he, as he walked to the tunnel, we never broke eye contact the whole time. And so I was like, that guy really hates me.
But was this this was just staring each other down?
No, we were yelling at each other the rest of the game. But as he left the court, he was staring me down. And
I feel like that's almost borderline unnecessary accountability.
Oh, yeah.
Like I thought you like said something crazy on like a podcast or like
No.
This was a podcast. I didn't know this was, I was drunk at a game. I'm like, you suck.
Super sober. But I was I asked him, I was like, were you staring at me the whole way to the locker room? Like, did you think I was going to like jump the barricade? And he was like, no, I thought you were going to throw something because that happens to me a lot. And I was like, no, I wouldn't do that, but I can understand where you were coming from. But no, we patched that up, and that's kind of where me and Story are headed.
I feel like you might already be there.
Definitely could be.
Yeah.
I didn't, when the interview was going on, I had totally forgot that there was even any Coley Story thing. It felt as normal as possible.
I think there was. Like, I think
not a thing, but you know what I mean.
At the end of the day, I'm a fan of the team. People
I've been forget that sometimes.
I've been thinking about him right now. He's at the exact point in his career that Lackey was at when he turned it around. Lackey, I think, was apathetic and didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think that about Story. Like, I think he gives a fuck. I think he's just had horrible luck. I did wish I asked him about the Rockies thing.
Well, the difference there is like Lackey hated the fans.
Oh, big time.
Big T, yeah, sure. There's a lot of differences. But when I think back of guys like Pablo Sandoval, you can't even compare to anyone else. Like, he didn't give a fuck about anything. Like, he big boobs and butts. That's all he cared about.
I don't even think he liked his own teammates.
No, he didn't know them. Like, like, and not like the funny Ortiz way. He just had no idea who anyone was, didn't care, just a check. I don't think that about Story. Lackey's first 3 years were such a wash. Like, 2 of those years, it was like over a 5 and over a 6 ERA. And then the third year, he didn't pitch at all because he was hurt. So he comes back in 13 and he kind of stabilizes the rotation for a first place team. He does the hat tip coming off in the playoffs. Like, I can't even say that's where Story, that's just where he is contract wise after his third year. I can't say like how I felt about Lackey's how I feel about Story. I felt much worse about Lackey, much worse.
Just because I think like not to give away the whole interview, but I think where we started was like
next question. Like, what was his answer?
I was just like, I feel like people look at you as like this defensive specialist when I was like, there was a point in time where you had more home runs career than Aaron Judge. Like you can mash. It's been a while, but I feel like when people think of Story, they're like, yep, like that's the defensive wizard at shortstop. And it's like, well, he can also hit a shit ton of doubles and homers. So like, maybe let's not look at him like, I don't even know what the example would be, like Pokey Reese. Like he's only in there for his glove. Like, no.
He does have to prove that though, because his career outside of Colorado hasn't really proven that.
I mean, how many games has he even played for the Red Sox?
163.
Oh yeah, it's one more than a season.
One more than a season.
There you go. This guy's played multiple seasons for this. He's looking totally good.
I don't think he was like, I just came to the Red Sox, got a check like Sandoval. No. I don't think that in the slightest.
I think it bothers him tremendously that he hasn't been able to contribute.
Agreed. I think it kills him.
It's crazy that he's basically Bregman's age. Like, I think of Trevor Story as being 34, 35, just in terms of how long he's been here. And in my mind, he was in Colorado for like a decade. But this guy's still, he's 32 years old. He's younger than us. I looked at him as like being older than us. I don't know why that would be the case.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I also view myself as a child, or I guess a mascot.
No, I do as well. I got mascot. The fact I got very excited that there were a bunch of dinosaurs at mini golf today is like, okay, I'm still a kid. There were a lot of dinos in my defense. But no, Trevor Story's basically the same age as Alex Bregman. And he's a guy that obviously has a lot of experience, but you got to get that momentum going again. I really hope he can have a big first month. I think Bregman being here definitely lightens it takes some of the eyes off his Story.
Big time.
And like
he's been overextended. He's been asked to do more than he needs to. When he first signed, you can go back and read my blog. It's still on Barstool. I was pumped that he was going to lengthen the lineup, be in that second half of the lineup, and play second. Obviously, and that was another question I thought that would have been interesting. Obviously, it was different. But when Story first got here, they asked Xander the same thing they asked Rafi. Yeah. Are you going to come off your position? He said no. And it was different. It should have been more of a question because he wasn't signed for 10 more years like Devers is. He was signed for 1 more year. And it should have been like, yeah, why aren't you moving? Now, obviously, Story's arm was at a different spot, but he did deal with very similar coming into the team like Bregman did.
Yeah, it is interesting. You look around the infield and it's like each position tells its own story right now. Let's just say pun intended. Like seriously, you look at past Red Sox teams, ones that we grew up with, and then into the early thousands, it was kind of like Petey's going to be there. You just kind of knew who was going to be where. It wasn't some huge Elsie, Millsy, God, then Pap. Oh my God, some of the stuff Pap did. Oh, I can't even say. But you have positions now. You look at the infield positions, and it's like, oh my. The Raffy third base thing's a whole thing. Bregman, who the hell knows where he's going to be? Where's Campbell going to fit? Story's at shortstop, but is that going to work? How long is he going to be there? Tristan Casas is his own discussion every time we talk about him. So it is kind of interesting how much each position has this like ceiling and floor. I don't think it's ever quite been like that at the same time.
You know what's crazy about the Devers thing? We have 3 options at second base I think we'd all be fine with to start the season, and none of them are Alex Bregman.
Yeah, that is true.
David Hamilton.
Yeah.
Are you including Trevor Story?
No.
Grissom?
Okay.
No.
Grissom
and Campbell.
Yeah.
3 guys.
I mean, fine with because they're capable of doing it, but the expectations will probably be different per guy.
Yes and no. Like I think Hamilton was just written off throughout the winter because of the left-right thing, and he was the only lefty. So it was very
Wasn't
much
he almost like a 3-win player last year.
He had until like the last week of the season, he had more steals than Duran, and he hadn't played in 2 months.
Yeah, what was his wins per replacement?
David Hamilton,
2.8?
the second he went to second base, became a monster.
I remember we were
and
looking this up,
defensively.
and then his steals total came up. I'm like, there's no way.
But he's been viewed as a bench player all offseason because of the right-left thing, among other things, but mostly the
2-6.
right-left thing.
2-6.
Yeah, 2-6 for
That's
a
crazy.
rookie.
Yeah.
For a rookie who hurt.
didn't play every day.
Yeah, who got hurt in what, July? Like he didn't play in August and
They
September,
were basically
right?
like, if Bregman didn't sign here, they were looking at the Nolan Arenado situation. Like, if he can just be a 2.5, 3-win player, we're stoked. And it's like David Hamilton's like, I did that as like a role player,
as a fill-in rookie who
Yeah.
you guys had me at short, where I tried to make insane plays frequently and didn't do any of them. But at second, he was a gem. Right now, like you saw him. You said he was trying to get like you, big dog.
Yeah, we crossed paths, and I pointed out that he looks like a thick boy. Like he's definitely put on some muscle mass. And not to say anything, but he did say, "I'm trying to get like you." That's what he said.
Jeez.
No, I agree.
All right.
That's what he said.
He had 33 steals in 98 games. Duran was 34 in 160. So
It's crazy speed.
it's just why if you told me he had 33 steals without looking it up, I'm like, there's just no chance that happened. He had a steal every third game.
Is it crazy if David Hamilton is the second baseman and Christian Campbell's the left fielder?
There's a possibility.
I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy to say that about Vaughn either. Like I think we're too deep. As much as we all love Raffy, second base is so deep. There's really no reason to even consider Bregman over there.
We do love Raffy, yabba dabba doo,
But like, I'm almost kind of talking myself into that and wondering why. I know you love Grissom. I'm not saying I haven't written off Vaughn whatsoever, but we haven't seen it from him, and we kind of have seen it from David Hamilton.
Dude, I think I'm part of the people forget David Hamilton. I think I'm in that crew.
Yeah.
Because even us just talking about it now, it's like, right, this guy can easily play second base.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like the smoothest transition. Everybody got better as the season went along.
It's a first impressions thing. Like,
yeah, it is. It is.
In Boston, with any sport, if you're not great right away, everyone's like, well, that guy sucks. And I mean, like, how long did it take for Jaron Duran to change the narrative?
Yeah,
Like,
years.
there are people that are like, I don't even think he's going to make the team. And in 2023, and it was a bad first impression. Dude had to be the All-Star Game MVP for sports radio to be like, you know what? I think this guy's he's okay.
Yeah, he's kind of turning the page a little bit.
Yeah,
but
he's decent. He's decent.
Well, still, the big thing with Duran is like, oh, I don't know if he can repeat that season. It's like, what he just did last year, why does it all have to still be negative? Why are we still talking negative about a guy that, by the way, which a lot of other players, anyone we seem to talk to that is an athlete that plays Major League Baseball, they all talk about Duran, even if we don't ask them about Duran.
That's what I was going to bring up. I think we didn't talk, like we talked to Duran from a distance, and it was funny every time the way he spoke at Steve specifically.
Oh, man. I hate him. It's a fun battle we got going on.
Hates him.
Not fun at all, but yeah.
But yeah, every guy, because we've talked to pretty exclusively this offseason people who've never played for the Red Sox before. Yeah. And all of them, to Steve's point, have brought up Duran unprompted.
Yeah.
We asked Crochet about guys on the team as when he was with the White Sox last year. He goes right to Duran.
They talk about him like he's Bugs Bunny. Like they're like, oh, he'll hit like a single down the line. Next thing you know, he's at third base. Like, what the fuck?
Inside the park homer. What the hell?
Yeah.
But
it is a solid point. But I think ultimately I guess it's behind closed doors, but behind the scenes, I'm starting to get the sense that the Red Sox are much higher on David Hamilton than we previously realized. So that's why I'm kind of preparing for that scenario to play out. But
you gave him high praise.
Who did?
You did.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Yeah. Today. Official announcement, breaking news. Now that Bobby Dahlbeck is no longer in the Red Sox organization. For now. I believe David Hamilton is going to be my guy that I don't allow slander on this podcast. And Milliken responded,
of course,
and said that he approved. And I was like, "You're now like that's your approval is a deterrent to me."
It's a bad thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Approved as if you were like, I'm just hoping T approves of this.
Does that mean he hates David Hamilton? That's how I'm reading that.
It kind of makes me second guess my decision to give him immunity, but yeah, I could absolutely see a scenario where second base is David Hamilton's, and you've got I don't know, like the whole thing with Christian Campbell is I know that we keep talking about him at second base, but until it happens, I'm not married to him at any position.
But we also talk a lot about like who's getting this position, who's getting that position, and I think this is natural in spring training, but it's 162. Like, guys are going to move around. There's going to be a natural, like, all right, he got dinged up. You go there, and bada boom.
I do think you want most of the lineup to have expected positions.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think you want too many people moving around. And it's like first base, that's going to be one guy. Catcher, that's going to be the two guys who play it.
Yeah.
There's our shortstop.
There's natural spots where guys are going to be, but at the end of the day, you just want as many as possible that you can cycle around.
I have
players.
something I want to walk back.
Uh-oh.
It's nothing bad.
You're like the David Hamilton thing. I just don't.
I don't get it.
I was caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
I think he sucks.
Ceddanne Rafaela. I said something to the effect of, out of all the players that we're promising positions to, like why just give him center field without seeing anything play out, seeing if any like adjustments have been made. Obviously, the Red Sox are much smarter than we are, and they know things that we don't, and they've seen things that we don't see. And maybe it's an overreaction to walk it back after one spring training home run, but it does seem, after listening to him talk about the adjustments that he made and why he's making them and the things that he wants to work on and, either increase or cut back on, it's all the things that were Achilles heels for him last year. So I'm not saying great job to the Red Sox for promising center field to Rafaela and then having kind of just like a competition across the board for these other positions. But I see the vision. I see the vision why they would feel so. Because, no one said a word about the defense. We know the defense is elite. It's great. Arguably the best in the league. But it was more so, can this guy hit at the big league level? Because what was it last year? Like a 79 OPS plus?
Well, didn't it was 73 RBIs and a lot of them in late innings.
His late inning numbers were that of like a superstar.
Yeah.
Ratings 1 through 6.
His 7 and 9 is wild.
Yeah.
So if it's like, if the Red Sox are good and he's locked in and he's making adjustments to be able to hit when in any situation, then I think what I tweeted the other day was, if he can even give me a 100 OPS plus, just flat out league average bat, we're talking about a 3 to 4 win player, which
probably gonna be higher, because if T were here, he'd point to how bad his shortstop metrics were last year. It's not his position.
Right.
If he's playing his natural position, that's going to be a positive defender. So we're talking like a 6-win player if he's gonna a regular bat.
That's overzealous.
That's a high number.
I don't think
if he's a 100 OPS plus, just a league average bat, you think his defense can make him a 6-win player?
Wasn't he like platinum glove winner in the minors, like across the minors, not just in the regular?
Let's meet in the middle on 5.
That's a good deal.
5-win player, Ceddanne Rafaela, coming at you in 2020.
It's you talk about Rafaela, jobs promised, this, that, and the third. The most under talked about storyline right now, Willie Abreu hasn't shown up yet.
I know.
Well, he's sick.
He's sick, but it's like a sickness that's required multiple Cora media availability answers.
Yeah.
And
we were supposed to get him.
I think today. Yeah, today.
We're supposed to get him today.
I'm supposed to be talking to him right now.
So-
he's supposed to be in the pool right now.
So, like, the longer this goes, we keep talking because Anthony's been patrolling left for the most part. Made a great catch today. Got crossed up on one. Lou talked about it.
You want to talk about players that have put on some muscle?
Oh, he built.
Everyone we've talked about so far, because Rafaela looks bigger too. They wanted him to put on muscle, and
he doesn't
sure
have
does.
like the frame to look that way, but Roman, he's put on some size. Like, you know, when you dap someone up and then you slap them on the back, like when I slapped Roman Anthony on the back, it was like slapping a fucking frozen ham, like a big one, just going in the fucking meat locker and just whack,
Bang.
That was his lat.
He's got the superhero builds. He's got that going on. But no, credit
I can
to him.
already see Roman, like age 52, wearing the sports coat. What is it, like Steve Lyons? Am I fucking up his first name?
No, that is
that's Steve
correct.
Lyons.
Like he's got the same hair. Like I can just see his post career already. Like
of
just a
course.
legend at the field and at the bank. That's going to be
I
Roman
can't
Anthony.
hear Steve Lyons' name without telling the baseball tavern story.
Oh yeah. You even saying Lions, I immediately pictured him in Tavern.
Yeah,
like
so-
that's he's the guy.
Whenever I'm intoxicated at the baseball tavern, rest in peace, is no longer there, but we would go there Friday nights, and usually we would do like Friday night Fenway Sox game ends at like 10:15. There would be like a meet and greet outside Gate D. So now we're talking like 11 p.m. just to get in the front door. So it's like I got to make up some time. So I'll shots, beers. Like I'm holding 3 beer bottles at the same time. And my move whenever I would get intoxicated is if someone was wearing like a polo or like a button down. Like I did this to Evan Drellick all the time.
Oh yeah.
Steve would also wear a lot of button shirts. Like I would just start popping buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Did it to Steve Lyons one time. Hated it. Hated it.
Pissed.
He did not like it at all. But yeah, that was like a Drellick Steve move.
Yeah.
Lyons out on it.
I mean, I hated it too, but it's like
You didn't hate it.
No, I didn't love it, but I knew it was part of the
It was
equation.
part of it.
It was like, oh, okay, buttons are coming soon. I can
Yeah.
always kind of tell.
Yeah.
We're not. Maybe one more drink, I'm going to get the buttons popped off. But no, Lions would always kind of go to that corner there. Everybody else is dressed like they just went to a baseball game, and he's obviously still got the whole suit on and everything. But he loved the tavern.
Yeah.
He was there all the time.
Everyone did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you didn't love the tavern, there's something wrong with you.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Still miss it.
R.I.P.
Even if they bring it back, that's not. Come on, it's not the same thing.
Well,
I would love if they would though, because
You
I
never
still
know.
don't. I like grabbing a bev every now and then after games, and I don't really know where to go right now. It's
There
a
is
lot.
nowhere
There's
to
a
go.
lot of college students at some of these places.
Monkey Fist closed.
Monkey
Monkey
Fist.
Fist.
Funny thing is, when Coley talks about it, he changes the version of monkey plus another word every single time.
Monkey
Like,
bucket.
His 8 monkey guys like still open. But no, that is there. But that one doesn't really know what it wants to be, because it's like decent bar, a
Yeah.
bunch of games. Yeah, last time we talked about that was because you had the biggest fart of all time. And
Oh my
That was
God.
a good one.
The tile was begging for mercy in the bathroom.
I think it's still rumbling through that bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Makes
tough
us-
because, like, you talk about the meet and greet. So to even get to the bathroom after a game, it takes an hour and a half. So, like, that's just
Oh my God.
building and building and building. So when the release valve gets hit,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, it was Chernobyl 2.0.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Like picture if you were in like an echo chamber where like the walls are like, I don't know, 5 feet apart, and you just take a racquetball and you
Yep.
whip it at the wall and it just goes bang, 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 bang. Like that was Coley's ass.
Easily the funniest part.
Everyone, like people were concerned. They were like, what the hell
Yeah.
just
Is
happened?
there demolition in there?
Yeah, like we're still in here, dude.
Well, I think we had like the 3 urinals. We had to pee at the same time. I think Coley was in the middle, and there's a couple people waiting by the door, and he's like, "I'm just gonna let this thing fly."
Wow.
Like, we're all dudes in here, like whatever. I think they passed out immediately. Had to bring one to the hospital, but
I think
hell of a
people look
fart.
at me and think I'm like always farting. Not the case. When I do fart,
you lead
it's-
us in farts per day.
Well, no doubt,
Yeah.
but
Your
it's
FPDs per-
very
relatively high.
comical
Mhm.
every time. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like sneaking out silent but deadly
No, yeah.
guys
No.
just
you
being
get,
gross
you get
and
value
fat.
for your farts.
Like the other day, I made him even do a lap around the house because I did a what is it, arm press? Why am I blanking on the when you take both your arms? Dip. Thank you. I was doing a dip
Would've got
over
me.
there, and I like lifted my feet like above my head. And just blasted one out. No one saw it coming.
He just does these cartoon farts. Man.
Yeah, they are.
They're not like
You would
real.
think they were fake.
They do sound like they sound like the So I'll just laugh. It's like, oh, it was a good fake fart. And I was like, no, that was from his butt. Like,
Yeah,
that was
no,
a real,
that
was a real fart.
That was a butt boy.
Yeah. That was a butt fart, man.
Yeah. I don't
Anyway,
know, like-
so Rafaela, I just think looks good in number 3, by the way.
yeah. Single digits,
Yeah.
great.
You know who doesn't look good in their number? And
hold
it's
on,
a guy
hold
who
on.
looks great.
Don't tell me. Pitcher or position player?
Position player.
Roman Anthony in 48.
The number doesn't fit him.
Yeah.
40, and it's Pablo. So
Yeah.
it's like Pablo's not, and that's all I see when I see 48 on a Red Sox
I said
jersey.
that. I said that. That was
Wasn't-
the first thing I said to him. I was like, "What number do they have you at?" And he's said 48, and I was like, "That's Sandoval. It's got to go."
Yeah. But not even like that's got to, it's like, no, that has to go. Like you
Has to
you
go.
can't wear 48. We love you. You're awesome for this team. You could be a legend.
I don't
on this
think he's
team.
not staying 48. That's just a hunch.
What was
I mean,
19, I think.
yeah, like I rattled off some numbers that would suit him better, and then he had an idea of some numbers that he would probably like to wear in the future. But I mean, you go back to, it doesn't matter who you are when you come up and you're a stud, like you're not getting a number. Like Xander was 72,
72.
Will Middlebrooks was 64, Pedroia I believe was also 64.
He
when
was.
came
He
up.
was. He started 64.
So yeah, like you can be an absolute stud, come up and you're gonna get.
They did get rid of that though. Like
What?
you don't have to do the weight anymore. That was like a last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, because some of the newer guys are going low. I mean,
Ellsbury was 46 and then he went 2.
Hamilton's down to 17 now.
I kind of like Rafaela better at 43. I don't think the 3 with his name works as well.
He's small, so the 3 fits. But then again, when you see a lot of single-digit Red Sox guys, my instinct is like, you didn't earn it. Like, just from some of the numbers that we've retired, I'm like, you can't be in the line of those
Like
guys.
you've got to be a guy, but Roman Anthony's a guy.
Well, 5, you don't have to be a guy. It was Nomar was the
Punto.
guy, and now no one has to be a guy since then.
Yeah, Vaughn's
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. nothing against Vaughn, but it's
Nothing
just
against Vaughn.
anyone's getting 5 and
but it
has to
sucks
get
and he
5.
should die.
Yeah. I mean, think about how great you have to be though whenever someone wears your number and it's not retired and everyone's like, it looks weird.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's gonna be weird seeing Bregman in 2 for me.
It didn't look
Why?
weird.
'Cause
It
of
didn't look
Bogey?
weird.
It's Dom Smith's number.
Oh, sure.
No, true. This
But
year
no, it
retired
is. I mean,
because
that's for me. It's Xander.
I mean, they've already given it out 9 times and Xander's been gone for 2 years.
it is true. They've given out a lot.
It's so strange how quickly, like you're saying, they gave out Nomar's number. How quickly they give out Xander's. If you ask for 21, they release you on the spot.
Yeah.
Didn't Walker Buehler ask? He asked.
Did he ask?
Yeah, I think he asked. He said,
I don't know if he said
did.
he did ask.
Yeah, I think he said I got,
I think he
we
said they
talked about
told him.
21
They told him like, we're kind of holding that. It's like they've been kind of holding that
for
30 years.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
do the
It's like,
ceremony or
just
not. He's also
retire.
been back to Fenway so many times, Clemens.
Yeah.
Just do the ceremony.
It's crazy.
Are people going
Yeah.
to be that upset? It's
No,
like,
no one cares.
I didn't think so.
Nobody cares. Like, no one cares.
And also, I mean, I think he's done a good job the last decade of being like, day with the Rocket, the other Rocket, and he's raised a ton of money for the Jimmy Fund. It's like this guy's still doing stuff that's benefiting the Sox. Obviously, you had the whole Yankees stint and everything, but they should just retire it. Who cares?
Yeah, at this
Wade
point,
Boggs had the Yankees ring on right during the retirement. Like, just bring Clemens back.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
think with Clemens, I think they were waiting for him to get into the Hall of Fame, but I mean, they fucking retired
cares?
David Ortiz's number the second he retired.
Yeah,
Little different.
Yes,
Little
but
different.
I mean,
they changed the rules.
Like, Clemens
however they
still the
want
best
to.
pitcher in team history outside of Pedro. Outside of Pedro,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pedro just did a post. It looked like he wrote this article of like, pick one, Pedro or Roger Clemens. It's like, pick me. But no, right after we saw Pedro, an hour later, he had posted like, I think it was a
blog.
Jen McCaffrey article, but it's on pedromartinez.com if you want to check that out. So if he's got some big articles coming out.
There's a PedroMartinez.com.
I found out 2 days ago. So yeah,
Jake, where's Jake?
over there.
Pull up PedroMartinez.com. I want to see what type of content can we find on PedroMartinez.com. Does
I mean,
he have his own merch?
I don't know.
Jake's on it.
This is the first time I saw pedromartinez.com. It had a Jen McCaffrey article. Jake's bringing it over.
Yeah, we got
that
it
was
right
so
here.
fast, Jake.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at this website.
All right.
There he
Yeah,
is.
All right. So there's a shop.
Yeah, we got to get some stuff.
What's the merch look like?
A golden signed Hall of Fame ball.
This is just like a Fanatics website, right? Basically.
Yeah. He's got a signed 99 All-Star Game jersey, an Expos. Ooh, Steve.
Yeah, maybe an
Well,
Expos Pedro
This
jersey.
is autographed. Yeah, but like, yes.
Not signed. I didn't
Not
agree to
signed.
sign.
No. I'm not going to get signed, but like.
It's just $1,000. Like, no, not happening.
It's a lot of like autographed memorabilia. I thought he was going to have like merch that. Okay,
Eggs from
here
his
we
chicken
are.
farm.
Here we are. Yep. This is what I'm looking for. Like the bootleg, but it's official merch.
Mm.
Quick hat.
I'm not a hat guy. I do like that hat though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that hat.
Oh, that one's
this one's cool.
That's
What's
a
this?
BR shirt, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Is it?
I remember they gave us those.
Pedro
There we go.
World Tour.
It's a pretty sick shirt, honestly.
Yeah, Bleacher makes like weird, like they don't make a lot of merch, but
Yeah.
when they do, it's like we're gonna do custom jerseys with Outcast.
I remember when they would
Pedro
commit to the
Bob.
merch, it was some of the best stuff you could
$250
get.
for a Pedro Martinez. I have this bobblehead. I could sell this for $250.
Yeah.
Damn.
a portion of these benefits go to the Pedro Martinez Foundation.
Oh, okay.
so-
All
There you
right.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
unless
So yeah,
you
go
want
to pedromartinez.com. Get
Oh,
some
yeah.
stuff.
Go to pedromartinez.com to get your Pedro Martinez stuff.
Yeah, that's the official read.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Steve, why don't you tell us all about Mando?
I would love to tell us all about Mando, Jared.
Yep. Let's do it.
Because I love Mando.
Yeah.
You love smelling good.
Yep, it's my favorite thing of all time.
Speak on it, King.
I will certainly.
Let the people
Speak
know
on it.
about the dough.
Yep.
Whole body deodorant, safe to use anywhere on your body.
Anywhere?
Pits, balls, thigh folds, belly
The
buttons.
balls, you say?
Get ready for this. Butt cracks and feet, created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal
Shout him
BO.
out. Shout that doctor out.
Dr.
John
Buttcrack.
Bologna's.
Johnny B.
Yeah, Johnny Buttcracks. Yeah, he created it, and he saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated.
Yeah.
Clinically proven to block
Some
odor
stinky fuck
all
kept
day
coming into the office.
and control
He's
odor
like, I gotta get in the lab.
for up to 72 hours. Mando deodorant product options are solid deodorant stick, formulated and powered by mandelic acid, obviously, to stop odor before it starts. Spray deodorant, by the way, great option. Aluminum free, as you were asking for, and ideal for hard to reach places.
About that.
All products baking soda free and paraben free.
I don't
Wow.
mind a little paraben, but keep that aluminum out of my products. Thank you.
Choose from a variety of fresh scents like bourbon leather, clover woods, Mount Fiji, or Pro Sport.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with Mount Fiji there.
Yeah, Mount Fiji smells like a refreshing vacation in Fiji.
Disagree.
Yeah,
That's exactly what they say here.
Yeah.
Mount Fiji smells like a vacation in Fiji. Clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone.
yeah.
12 hours after a shower, the average man's grundle odor.
To get the full effect,
It works if you're in the shower for 12 hours. The average man's grundle odor level was a 5.
does it say
and-
grundle in the ad?
It does.
Woo.
I'm reading. With Mando, the average grundle odor level is a 0 out of 10. How crazy is
I'm
that?
totally insecure about my grundle odor.
100%.
So this is gonna fix that.
Jared, do you want to try America's #1 whole body deodorant formula right now?
Do I want to try it, or have I already tried it and can tell you that it smells absolutely refreshing and it's changed my life?
No, he asked, do you want to try it?
I want to try it again.
Okay,
yeah.
good, good.
All right, perfect.
good,
Well,
good.
you can now find them in Walmart, Target, and other retailers across the country for the best deals.
Which other retailers?
Yeah. Name them.
A bunch of them.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
Just look around the country.
PedroMartinez.com.
You can find this at pedromartinez.com. For the best deals, go to Pedro Martinez. Go to shopmando.com
Yep.
for the best deals. Mando's the absolute best. And as a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack using code Section 10.
Yep.
That is section and the numbers 10 at shopmando.com or pedromartinez.com. That is shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Yeah. I would love to imagine going on pedromartinez.com and getting a Pedro Martinez signed grundle sponge.
It's there. Check it out.
Yeah. Just Hall of Fame class of what year did he go in? You should know this.
Hall of Fame, Pedro Martinez,
20
class of 16, I believe.
No,
that was Griffey.
No.
Okay.
He was
17
15,
or
15,
18.
15.
Yeah,
15.
yeah.
I bet
You
my life
retired
on it.
before Griffey?
Yeah. I
Interesting.
went to both of those. It was fun.
With AP?
What's up?
With AP?
AP.
One with AP, one with my boy Brendan from back home.
Ah.
Didn't need to know all
The
that.
thing with AP that was great is that he promised me when I was a kid that when Griffey gets inducted, we would go. And then we went. And then Griffey in the speech was talking about his dad. And I started tearing up. That's a fun fact.
Ah.
Just wanted to let you know. That did nothing for you.
Yeah.
It was a fact.
It was just a fact. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You leave the adjectives to us, friend.
Yeah, come on, man.
Since we're in shout out stage.
Yeah.
The Residents on Netflix.
I thought you'd
March
remember without
20th.
looking it up. Yep.
I want to get the date right. I
There you
want
go.
to like set people's expectations. It's a Netflix series, The Residents, 132 rooms, 157 suspects, one dead body, only on Netflix, starring Dan Perrault
He is the lead.
DP.
and Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name?
Gus.
Yeah, for mine, it's just Gus Fring. Like,
Gus Fring. Gustavo.
Mm.
Gustavo Fring. Dan Perrault.
co-leads.
Did they had to have met, right? They do a scene together.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're
The
both
kiss.
the leads. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're just like in a
Smooch.
bunch of scenes together. They do
Do they have a
make
picture
out.
together?
Yeah, definitely.
Ask them.
If they have a picture together. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask.
Yeah.
Need new jerk off material.
Yeah. Yeah. Walker Bueller is making his debut soon.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow?
No idea.
See?
Jake?
T.
I'm going to FaceTime
I
too.
was gonna
T.
say T.
This does feel like the right time to bring T in.
Yeah. It's not like he can't be here.
You know, and no one would stop him from being here.
No. Man, I look glistening in a bad way.
He's like the red M&M.
Yeah. Like I look greasy.
Is he not answering? Come on, T.
No, he's got to answer.
This does feel like a
T?
suspension if he doesn't answer.
Yeah, he might catch on a show. he's
Beaten
not
with
even on.
hammers.
Yeah. Do we have a soundboard over there? No, I didn't. All right. If he doesn't answer, he's getting banged. All right. That's going to be a suspension for T
Yeah.
for not answering.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, that's tough. You gotta pick up the phone. You gotta be the best ability is availability, right?
I've learned that.
I've
Yep.
always said that.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
no availability. People far and wide were like, "Where's T?" The things we heard ranked number 1, Duran rules from anyone who's ever looked at a baseball. Number 2, where the fuck is T?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He would have loved this trip.
Yeah,
Good thing that like no drama happened or anything back home. That was good.
Yeah, no, it was clean.
Yep.
It was a clean.
Clean 40 up.
transition.
Clean
Both.
40 discussion just on this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't listened yet. I know it was discussed.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to listening to the audio, maybe on the plane to Phoenix or something like that.
Yeah.
Pahonix.
I would hate to not listen to the audio and then react irrationally on the internet without having.
Well,
heard
you've
it.
never done anything like that. That's not.
That'd be
No,
stupid.
no,
Yeah, sure.
no.
Yeah,
Yesterday was a big grudge day.
It was.
For me personally. Actually, the first 2 days, there was that dickhead in the Blue Jays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Blue
He
Jays
said the
radio
exact
guy.
kind of thing that would get Jerry
Oh.
very upset.
My God, it was like 6:30 in the morning for a 1 p.m. game, and we're just watching Rafael Devers take batting practice, and then some fucking slapdick comes in and says, "I'm with Blue Jays radio. You guys can't be in here."
I don't know if he said that.
He didn't say it. It was someone down the hall.
He looked for
that was like,
in your
"What are
defense-
those guys doing in there? Kick them out."
Yeah, he did to kick him out. In your defense, the Blue Jays radio guy probably would have sounded like that.
Yeah, nice.
Looked like he would have
yeah,
sounded
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. So that is a pretty accurate
Big
depiction.
dweeb energy.
But yeah, there was one dude that was like, kick him out. Way too
Kick 'em
aggressive.
out of there.
Like no one's at the park. We got there early.
Or you could just like ask us to leave, or
Yeah.
you know, it's not like anyone had an issue asking us to leave other places.
And hey, we were doing reporting.
You know what I mean?
That's just like a hypothetical.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
We were doing reporting, by the way. We were watching Raffy take BP, and based on every swing, seeing if he wanted to be traded or not. Just like based on how he took the cuts.
It was a
Where-
lot of I want to be here swings.
Yeah, early on, it was like, I'm fine if they trade me.
Yeah. The
But-
first 2 swings. Felt
Yeah,
that
then
way.
further on, it was like, oh, okay, no, he wants to be here. He wants
Yeah.
to win. And then sure enough,
the
today
last
he said
swing
that.
was like let's win the fucking World
Oh,
Series.
yeah, no, after
Yeah.
the last swing, that's right when the guy came in, the
Yeah,
Blue
he
Jays
was
radio
like,
guy.
Kick him out.
Yeah, get him out of there. That's what he sounded like. So,
So
we're-
fuck that guy.
Yep.
Fuck him.
You actually did go out to try to find who it was.
I
and by
did,
then he
immediately,
had run away.
Yeah. That seems to happen a lot over there because what was it? The 2 springs ago is when Pete Abraham would rather piss his pants than be in the same bathroom as me. That happened within feet of where this. I don't know what it is about this area, but you know, it is what it is. And, you know,
sure.
we just got to deal with it. Just got to roll with the punches. That's what we do here.
Yep.
Were there any other storylines from being down here that you guys are interested in discussing?
Those are a lot of them. I'm just happy. I just want to just reflect real quick. I'm happy we got to do this.
Yeah, this is
I'm
nice.
really pumped we all got to do this. I was talking to I don't know if it was Colin the Bat Boy or who it was, but someone who affiliated with the Sox, just saying that we had never done this before, and they're like, "What? Like Section 10's never been down here together?"
I also didn't realize that until right now. I'm not saying that like I thought we did, but it just didn't occur to me that we haven't until
Well, me and
right
you
now.
were here in 19, so that's
Yeah.
probably why you were
Right,
like,
right,
the
right.
whole show was
I was
here,
not
but
jealous of that at all. You guys interviewed Chris Sale, and I was just back in New York. Like, I don't want to be there.
We did
Nah.
we did two interviews.
Sale and who else? Why am I blanking on?
Dalton Furbush.
That's right.
Oh, Furbush, right.
Yeah.
Then Furbush has been on here multiple times because we got him
Correct.
right after he was
Where
drafted.
is he?
I think nowhere. I don't think.
No,
is
he's
he
gotta be
somewhere?
He's got to be somewhere.
for sure somewhere.
Okay. But
Jake,
yeah,
where's
find
Dalton
out where
Furbush?
Dalton Furbush is.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just pumped that we got to do this. And shout out to Underdog, obviously, getting this incredible Airbnb. Wish it didn't rain yesterday, but it is what it is. Game got washed out. And
I'm
that kind
glad
of
it
helped
rained.
us get the interviews, you know, timing wise.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think it
people were
made it a
just
lot
dicking
easier
around.
for the players to come over. Going from Hendricks to Crochet was very funny in terms of just personalities and what kind of
Sure.
vibes they were. But no, really cool experiences. And, you know, kind of pissed we lost by one in mini golf. By we, I mean me, Jeremy, and Jake. And credit to you guys for
You
getting
guys
that
got
W.
boat raced.
We
Yeah.
lost by a stroke, and a stroke on a 19th hole. That there shouldn't be a 19th hole. Why? What are we doing here? That shouldn't count. Like
You
those
guys
are
actually, that's not, you guys gained a stroke on that. hole.
we for the record, like we lost.
You gained a
We
stroke.
lost in 18.
Right.
Right. So I'm not going to say we didn't lose in 18.
You lost by 2 in regulation, 1 in overtime.
And did I also find out, like, with 5 holes left, that we were even doing teams? Yes. I thought that it was just whoever wins,
thought we
which
were
would
just
have been
having
Michael
fun?
Lehman. No, I just thought that we weren't going to do 6 at a time because then you don't want 6 balls out there bumping into each other. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I
no,
think-
glad to be down here. Fun time down here, and we had a blast.
I think we went into it. It's going to be winner take all, and then somebody unnamed had
I wish I got a chance to play.
6 of the worst shots to start the match you've ever seen.
Was it your idea to do teams because of how poorly you started?
No.
No,
I didn't.
no.
I'll
Oh.
be fair. Like I didn't learn that we were on the same team until probably the 8th hole because they were like, "Why are you chirping us? We're on the same team." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't
I
realize
definitely
that."
didn't say that. Yeah, Eamon did. I beat
Even
Terry.
by the way, just exactly the kind of mini golf player that I expect. We played before, but like the antics are perfect.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fist bumps are elite.
He was into it.
And he
Shot
was-
1, fuck!
Yeah.
Shot 2, bottom of the cup.
and then the tipping his cap after every 2.
Yeah.
Like this guy just really.
No, he's a
cares.
gentleman. An
He's a
absolute
gentleman. He's a real player. I got a hole in one, but mixed in too many 3s
You
and 4s.
did get a hole in one?
I did. Yeah.
I didn't even know that until
I was
right
going
now.
to say it was a lack of hole-in-ones in our group.
Yeah.
We flirted with a couple,
Yeah, I
but
did.
they were fast greens. They were real
I did
fast
flirt
greens.
with one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Might have got the only one, but the highlight was probably the fire blowing out of the volcano.
Yeah.
Which
Very hot fire.
very hot. Yeah, they're not messing around
That didn't
there.
help with the sunscreen in my eyes. I even said that.
Yeah, but you still got a 6 shot. I think Jeremy got a really cool shot.
Yeah,
at you with
yeah.
which at the end of the day, who cares what you did individually? Your team won,
My team,
Team won.
and there's some really good videos of you with fire.
Yeah, and that's really all I was there for.
Yeah.
I was there for the content.
And you said that at the beginning. You're like, I'm not here to play.
yeah, I was
Like,
like, I don't care if I win.
yeah.
It's not about me.
You care if your team wins.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the fellas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like Devers. You guys are the same. I just want the team to
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
win. I play third.
yeah.
Jared came up to me. He's like, I talked to Rafi. I said, what did he say? He went, hello.
There's a lot you can take from that. I know
Yeah.
we talked about it before. Like
That's
there's-
a happy hello. He could have been like, hey.
he was very
Yeah.
happy
Fuck
that
face.
I was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Hello.
was like, finally, someone that's on my side. And I was like, I'm not. I am.
Yeah,
I don't
I-
agree with
I'm,
this.
I'm pro Rafi, but I'm also like, my stance is I want what's best for the Red Sox. And if he's saying that too, then I guess we are on the same team.
That's right.
He may not believe that deep down. He probably still is saying like, I should be
prideful
third baseman.
fella.
Which I like. I like when you're prideful. I like when you believe in what you believe in.
Get
But
Rafi
yeah,
at short.
my stance is I want what's best for the Red Sox.
Raf stop.
Raffy is short. My goodness.
We had Bob stop. Time for Raf stop.
Why not?
Are people yelling behind us?
Yeah.
I just thought
About
there was a
what?
storm coming. I was looking over like, uh-oh. Thought something was coming through here.
Yeah.
But
Just
we
see
might-
clouds.
Anything else?
Somebody's flipping out there. I don't know. I think that was about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Coley? Jake's takes?
Blue Jays radio can get fucked.
Yeah.
Get that guy out of here.
Yeah, that guy
Get him
sucks.
That guy's terrible.
What did you think of the concessions down at the Blue?
Oh, right.
My God.
No, we need to talk about this. Yeah.
So the chicken tenders, subpar. Very disappointing. They passed the visual test to a degree.
A degree. They
I
look a
think,
little pale,
Yeah, they looked a little
like me.
artificially breaded. Like
Supposed
someone
to
didn't
naturally breaded?
like someone didn't make them with care.
No.
Yeah.
It seemed like steps were skipped in the process of making the tenders.
I was open to being surprised, but ultimately punted on the chicken tenders and moved right on to a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Which was fine. It was kind of like a what was that?
Mama Celeste.
It was kind of like a
That's a
Celeste
great call.
frozen pizza.
Where it's like technically it's pizza, but not
yeah.
really.
Yeah. Dippin' Dots were great.
I thought the wieners were
delightful.
No, like when I go into the Red Sox, I expect my wiener to be a Fenway Frank.
Yeah.
And they
It
don't
wasn't
have
a
them
Fenway
here,
Frank.
which is crazy.
They don't have Fenway Franks at JetBlue.
No.
What are they putting on that fucking truck, dude? Like how are you loading
We
up
did see the gum. We saw the truck gum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was probably ordered from down the street.
Maybe.
Jake, where is what's the company? Double Bubble? Is that the company?
Yeah.
Where's Double Bubble HQ? Honolulu.
Yeah, the Lou.
All right. Well, you can't drive a truck to Honolulu.
No,
I'll
no,
tell you
no,
that right
no,
now.
no,
So
no.
a lot of
That's not gonna
suspicious activity.
I mean, real quick on the tendies though, and I've talked about this probably on my socials before,
Yeah.
or tweeted about it. 2 chicken tenders is criminal.
Criminal.
What are we doing?
Is that really what's happening now in America? Is like
Shrinkflation.
Yeah, it's like gas prices are up, chicken tenders are down, eggs are $30 an egg. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's an
what they're
exact
doing.
price. It's getting crazy with the
Yeah,
eggs. But
I mean,
that's a whole nother discussion.
I remember, because when I was a little boy, I would go to Friendly's and they would give you like 6 chicken tenders. And then I would have to order like a side of chicken tenders. I was like 6 chicken tenders. Like what the fuck? Like I'm a grown
that's what
ass
you would
man
say as a kid.
Yeah, and I would get the side of chicken tenders and I would eat those in the car on the way home. And now I'm going to JetBlue and they're like, "Oh, you want a full meal? Here's 2 chicken tenders." Like, what the fuck do you want me to do with that?
It's
Fries
terrible.
were terrible.
I mean, it's still honey mustard pump. That's a big deal. The fact that they have honey mustard there is huge. I've gone back and forth with this because obviously, and little Pete pointed this out a couple seasons ago when they switched over to like the organic ketchup and all that crap. Like they still kind of, you could occasionally find a honey mustard. If you look in the right area, you could find a couple cups of Ken's. Now just bring that back in pump style. They have it at JetBlue, which has me very excited because maybe that means they have it at Fenway. That to me makes up a little bit for the 2 chicken tenders thing. The fries weren't terrible. They could have been better. Overall, the sessions are like C at best, right? Like they're really not that great. We've never think about it outside of Fenway Franks. Like, do you guys ever have a fun time eating food at Sox games?
Yeah,
back in the day, Papagino's obviously.
The Aura Club, yeah, Papagino's and the Hilltop Steakhouse.
Yeah,
used to be.
Well, Aura is different. I'm saying just as a fan, like at the normal sessions.
Going up the ramp to Section 10, probably around like 2004, around that time. On the left was Papagino's. On the right was Hilltop Steakhouse.
Oof.
Yeah. What a combo. It was like walking into heaven. You'd had the goats, the 2 goats. Shout out
Sox
to Tyler.
were good.
Yeah, back in the day. But now, like if I go to the Aura Club, like I'm getting, like I don't care. Call me bougie. I'm getting 2 lobster rolls. I stand by the fact that the Aura Club and the EMC at Fenway Park have some of, if not the best lobster rolls that you can get in Boston.
I believe it. I haven't had them before. I'll try a lobster roll this year.
Lobster rolls are great.
I'm gonna commit to that.
They
But
got the prime rib up there.
the food could be better. It could be a lot better. And I think we were gonna do some kind of food review thing, but we're like, no, this kind of stinks.
It's
So
all
we're
bad.
just not gonna do it.
And
Our review is right now. It's not that great. The food's pretty bad.
Jerry tried to get a second soda, and you would have thought,
Oh my God. Can we talk about that?
Called in the SWAT team. He's trying to do what?
I got a souvenir cup orange soda. I drank it. I got back in the same line and I go up to this guy and I was like, "Can I get a refill?" And he looked at me like, he acted like I said, like, "I have a bomb." Like that's how he acted.
Your life
And he
is
was
in
like,
peril.
He looked
I
at
fear.
He whoever the guy
Don't
he
say
was
anything,
next
but
to,
this is explosives.
whoever the guy he was next to, it felt like he was training him, which is insane. That you need to train an adult how to operate a soda machine. It's like, Wait, so for when they ask for Coke, what fucking button do I push?
Yeah. What do I give them when they want a Diet Coke?
Yeah, like when this guy comes up and says orange soda, do I do the ginger ale? Like,
what do I hit?
crazy. So it was 2 people that I had to negotiate the orange soda with.
They had a meeting. They had like a mountain meeting.
They turned around so I couldn't hear what they were discussing.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, can I do a refill? I didn't even say I would have understood if I said, do you guys do free refills? I said, can I have a refill? And they were like,
Yeah. They called everyone in. You
like,
hear what say it again.
we got a guy down here. He's asking for a fucking refill.
We got
Oh my God. Yeah.
Timmy 2 drinks down here.
Yeah, fucking Reggie refills over here is thirsty. And
For a cup, by the way, that historically is always the refill
Yeah.
cup. That's why you pay $20 for that soda.
Right.
Correct.
So I can get it whenever I want.
correct. So then they were like, we don't do refills. And I was like, what do you mean? You just push the fucking button and
You go back there and show them how to do a refill.
It puts soda in my cup, and that's a refill. That transaction complete.
The machine's not like this cup's already been used. I won't.
No,
It's more like
No.
you're saying they were confused with the concept of a refill. Like, I don't
No.
even know, what does that mean?
no. So then
They were
so,
flabbergasted.
so then like I have my cup, and then he's like, best I can do is give
bargaining
you
over refill.
a new cup, fill this one up, and then you have to pay full price. I was like, I have money. I've never once objected
Ready and willing to pay.
paying full price for this soda. I don't understand why you have to bring a second cup into this. Like, you're wasting a cup because I'm just going to leave this one right here. And you're wasting the second cup. And he's like, can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do
Not
it.
happening.
So he puts the ice in the second cup, fills it up. I pay full price, happy to do it. And then I've just got this other souvenir cup. And I was like, all right, what a waste. But
Yeah.
crazy. There was a lot of interactions that I think happened with people where you would trust them to handle it the right way that just didn't.
I mean, we had maybe our worst interaction of the trip today
At the marshmallow pizza or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Mellow pizza.
Yeah.
What happened
Well,
there?
the guy
That guy
said the Red
came
Sox
up and
are
he was
gonna
like,
suck.
man, the
yeah.
Red Sox
Couldn't believe
fucking
that. He's like, they're going to be in the basement of the AL East.
Suck. We were like, what?
Yeah. And it's not like he's a Yankee. He's wearing like a Patriot
He was
shirt.
a Patriot shirt. So he could have
Yeah.
been a Connecticut piece of shit. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
He didn't know about the 10. He just knew he had Red Sox hats on.
Correct.
Guy comes up to the table. He's like, Red Sox, huh? They fucking blow. Last place again. And it's
Call
like
it
they
back in the
finished third.
basement.
Yeah, they finished in third last year. They were 500. They got to spend the money though.
They're not spending money.
They didn't add. Would they add like one player? They didn't add any players. They didn't spend any money.
Well, he said, like, aren't you seeing the lack of additions? It's funny he's telling us this, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like, this
what
is all
the
we do
fuck
is the
are
Red
you
Sox.
talking about?
That was hilarious.
T might have beat that guy to death.
Oh, he would have flipped out. No, that convo would have lasted forever. I do give it. It was funny because he realized we were all against him.
T just gets in his car
Dude,
with him. He's
dude,
like,
I'm
let me
telling-
tell you.
He had to walk away with his tail between his legs and be like,
happened
"Wow,
fast.
that didn't go over well with that."
After a
table.
couple things he mentioned, he realized real fast
They
that we were
hated
all
me.
anti this guy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, you have a good pizza," and just like left. He
we
knew- he
didn't
knew it
give
wasn't
that
right.
guy an inch.
No,
We didn't-
no.
Yeah, like normally it's like, no. We were
Yeah,
just
whatever.
like, what are you talking about, dude? And he had to just walk off.
Yeah.
If he tried to pull that yesterday
Oh.
when I was just in the trenches fighting 3 wars at the same time, he might have got sucker punched
Oh,
right there in that
beheaded.
pizza restaurant.
I mean, we were about to get some pizzas, so we were in like good spirits, and
I was
you
hangry.
had double cheese coming up.
oh, the double
So,
cheese, yeah.
You know, you're excited about that. And this guy, he was just like a real life radio caller where it's like, they're not spending money. They're going to be in the basement. I'm like, dude, have you seen anything
Yeah.
they've done? Like, what are we talking about here?
No. Yeah, that pissed me off a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope that guy has a terrible day, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, man.
I hope his dinner specifically is bad tonight.
I just immediately went out and got T-boned in the intersection.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope he shot 80 over par.
yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Solid
Awful.
pizza, though. It was
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good.
he's probably dead.
Oh, pizza was good.
Pizza was good.
Yeah, pizza was good.
Good
Yep.
pie.
Yeah. Had a good
Also,
pizza.
the team store. The team store, very
TST?
expensive. The TST was fun.
The TST.
Glad we all got to do that together, but the
yeah.
prices were insane. Whatever you think the price was of the item, just add like $30 and you land on that. I think Coley spent $1,000.
Yeah.
merch.
I spent $200 and I got nothing.
$200 just to like go in there. I think that's the entrance price.
So
That was the craziest part. I had like two arms full of stuff, and they were like, "Can you hurry up and buy it, fuckface? We need to have our bomb sniffing dog come into this place only you've been into."
Yeah. I don't know. They were preventing people from going in. It's like the game starts in an hour. This is exactly when people go to the team store.
Yeah.
That was bizarre.
I really want that Sea Dogs jersey that the kid had on.
They sell those like all over Maine, by the way. It's very easy to acquire.
Corey texted me and he said they're at the mall.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
I forgot
Corey
that you
has
live
seen
there
those.
too.
Yeah.
Can you get me one?
Definitely.
All right.
There we go. Yeah, he didn't realize that we were.
Steve owes me a jersey.
I do.
True.
Yeah, if it's a Sea Dogs jersey, that would work. I was like, we're going to rip this off you. And he didn't laugh. I'm like, dude, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to like rip the jersey off you, brother. But
He was very polite. Also, English wasn't his
Canadian.
first language. Yeah, he spoke French.
okay. He
Montreal
spoke
guy.
Canadian. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
Steve, what do you know about Via?
Everything.
It's not.
Someone said, oh, you said that.
I didn't say that.
No,
Who
I
said
can,
we
I
had
can
Via?
still know a lot about it, and we don't need to talk about it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't
It's awesome.
asking.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
know
do
a
you-
lot about Blue Moons.
Yeah. What do you know about Blue Moon?
But everything.
Yeah.
It's like the greatest beer of all time.
Why don't you talk about it?
I'll talk about it while looking at them. I mean, we got them right here. Belgian white, Belgian wheat. You can have the non-alcoholic. You can have the regular.
Yeah,
Tyler
what else?
had 70 at Kathy's
What else do you
funeral.
know about it?
It really does have the whole ad read on the bottle. Which, for whatever reason, is
read the
killing me.
bottle.
Like at Valencia Orange Pale, it's brightly brewed with that. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. 5.4% alcohol by volume, but this is the alcoholic, boy. It's not the.
Of course.
It's not the NA.
I mean, Coley, even if you love beer, there are some moments you want to enjoy a non-alcoholic drink, like you're alluding to. Celebrate those times with Blue Moon's non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew. It's for when you want to drink a non-alcoholic version of your favorite beer. We love Blue Moon. You love Blue Moon.
Yep.
How many moons this week? The fridge was stocked?
I think it's empty now.
Yeah, so that answers that question. Blue Moon's the greatest beer of all time, and that's straight from the Section 10 boys. Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew that tastes like drinking, even if it's not.
Yep.
Crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. It tastes balanced and refreshing. Coriander. Nothing compares to the great taste of a Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew. Blue Moon, made brighter. Get Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew delivered by visiting getbluemoonbeer.com. Jared for delivery options. Jared.
Suspend them.
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, that was crazy. Like, how many times?
That's get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon,
Dun, dun,
made
dun, dun, dun.
brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Co. Golden, Colorado. Non-alcoholic malt beverage contains less than 0.5% alcohol volume. Yeah, coriander.
It's coriander, dude.
Second I said it, I knew it was wrong too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you still did it.
well, I had 2 seconds to decide, and I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, no, you kill a guy and you go, whoops, they don't not put
No.
you in
No,
jail.
I know.
Yeah,
I
still
know.
go.
It's a suspension I deserved.
Yeah, you still go for it.
Yep.
Whoopsie doodle.
Me and T each got one today.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
How long have we been going for?
Probably an hour. Oh, there we go.
That's light.
Not bad. Clean 40.
Are we doing a bonus
plus
pod?
Clean 40 times 2.
Yeah, it's crochet.
Oh.
Yeah. Not bad.
How about some DMs?
Want some DMs?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we can do some DMs.
Yeah, some DMs.
Yeah, who
Rip
cares?
some M's,
Yeah.
dude.
We'll rip some DMs.
Yeah, just a couple DMs.
A couple moons to drink.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. The Photos app just shows you anything now. It was me and Dan Perrault.
Did
He hasn't
you
replied. He hasn't replied
Okay.
yet. He hasn't replied.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, not great for Perrault. He's not replying.
you're
to
like
his brother.
Ben Verlander trying to talk to Justin. He's just like, I don't even know this
yeah,
guy.
this guy sucks. Why would I reply to this guy? The new Photos app blows, dude. This is absolutely terrible.
Why are you in the photos?
Because I do screenshots of the DMs.
Oh, you save them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where the hell are the screenshots?
Oh, you can hear the coriander on that one.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yep.
I like the 95. Like, I'm tired of things that are older than me. You know,
That's right.
Know what I'm saying?
that's right.
This comes in from Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Michael?
Yes. This comes in
Fuck,
from Michael
wow.
Jordan.
Michael
That's
Jordan.
big.
I think
Former baseball
got
player.
the Blue Moon standee answer, unless you guys are just fucking around. I used to work for Molson, who owns Blue Moon, and it's the sales rep for the company that convinces the liquor store to get the advertising with the standee up. Usually it's based on sales or advertising space that's available. So that was one of the Blue Moon answers we got when you wanted the standee at every place.
Doesn't make me feel any better.
No, I know.
Yeah, there's probably a couple store owners who are like, I fucking hate that guy.
Fair.
Highly likely, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'm going to go straight to the DMs because I want to make sure these are
Yeah,
as
let's
recent.
get a good one.
We're going to go straight,
Yeah.
straight from the actual DMs.
The voicemail?
These are not filtered or anything, so we're going right into them.
Yeah, just get in there.
The first one says, Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. I don't think that's recent. All right, here we go.
How did you even get to November just now?
This comes in from random Red Sox fan.
That's
not
not real.
For down in the DMs, a Yankees question for a change. What is a well-groomed beard? I think someone with a tape measure will run around the clubhouse to control beard lengths. What do you think will be the allowed length, and who is running around with a tape measure?
So I would say Jared's right this second is well groomed, perfect. But I think
is.
they're going to say that's too long. That's too full.
Really?
For the Yankees,
You think so?
they were illegal until like 2 days ago. Yeah, they're going to think that's too much beard.
Have they shown an example of what that
No.
entails?
No, someone interviewed.
This is
their-
well groomed though. I don't think it's about I think it's more of like a length thing. Like if you can grab it, then it's too long. Like I can't grab mine. Like
I knew he was going to do that the second.
I guess you can a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're going to think that's too much beard.
Well, I guess we're gonna find
Like
out.
mine's terrible right now because I overshaved it before coming here. I think that's going to be what they consider the length. I don't like how you're looking at it.
I had to take it in.
It's too short.
It's too short?
I think so.
What about Steve's beard?
Oh, it's coming in good right now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, this is looking good.
full of
If
beard.
I get anything on there, it's gone.
Well, I've been meaning to ask you this. I don't mean to do our recording. Why are your
Yeah.
sideburns longer than the hair above it?
Huh?
So what?
Lift your
what is
hat
it?
a little bit.
Yep.
His sideburns are longer than his hair.
What does that mean? Sideburns are longer than the hair.
The hair there is cut with a different clip. I'm not. You see it, right?
I see it.
I just get tight on the sides. I mean, have you guys ever seen me with a hat off? Well, you guys have.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have.
Sure, but what I'm saying is the hair below. Like, am I crazy?
What's going? Yeah, interview the hair. What's going on here? It's just I get tight on the sides.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the answer I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know what answer you are.
Why
looking
isn't
for.
it the same length? Is what I'm saying.
I'm still confused at the length.
I think it's just darker.
It's darker hair.
Oh yeah, I think it's the tone of the hair.
Possible.
Oh, so you're saying the
Certainly
sideburns are
possible.
coming in thick and then the
Yeah.
side gets tight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's more hair here than right above. Like
It's almost like
here
you have
versus here.
like a bald fade with sideburns.
yeah, but it's like
Essentially.
fading both ways.
Yeah. I was like, give me fade, but then puff it out at the burns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want throbbing burns.
When I go there, he adds hair to the.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just picks it up off the ground and just like sews it into the side of my head.
Yeah. Like, say less, dude.
Dude, you want the puff burns? I got you. Another one on facial hair. This comes in from Colin.
Colin?
Colin.
Hey,
Yep.
Colin.
Hey guys. Did the Yankees change their facial hair policy for the pursuit of Vladdy Jr.? If so, how much do you think their chance of signing him improved because of the facial hair move?
0%.
The Yankees are in such a sad state right now. They're photoshopping fake Vladdy likes on posts. Like, we don't have to do that. He likes himself in Red Sox jerseys.
Yeah.
Like I saw Justin MLB immediately searched and was like, Vladdy didn't touch
He
this
didn't actually
post.
like that
No.
post. Okay.
No. And yeah, the facial hair, that's life. They're in a tailspin, I would argue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are not themselves at all.
They're like a
Like a post-divorced 40-year-old.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
older. I was gonna say like they're like an older woman that used to be very hot, but like now it's like a weird age to get like fake boobs and like a big booty lift.
Oh, I was
It's
gonna
like
say
it's
this.
like weird to
Yeah.
do it now.
Yeah.
But that's what the Yankees are doing. They're like we're still hot, and it's like now you look even more weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the way that it was addressed by what Hal had the whole speech there, the way that he addressed it was as if everyone was going to be very understanding of like, yeah, now feels like the time to allow guys to have facial hair. It's like, brother, this has been going
feels
on.
like the time. You mean like 2 days after you made Devin Williams shave his beard? After
Yeah,
he
I
showed up?
know. I do feel for those guys. I mean, Doogie got screwed. Not like anyone cares about that, but
Darnell McDonald.
Darnell
got
McDonald
screwed.
is the worst of all. It's-
Screwed.
He had dreads that he was growing for years, and then he played like one game with the Yankees, cut him off, and then they designated him for assignment.
Yeah.
but even the way that he
I would
described
sue.
it,
Yeah, it's fucked. It's very fucked up.
The way Hal was talking about, I was like, these youngins these days, like this is what they're into. Like people have had beards forever, dude.
Yeah.
We're talking about beards.
This new trend called the beard. It's a hit amongst the kids.
It is crazy. Like, did your dad have a beard in the 90s?
My
Has he
dad
always
has
been a beard
never
guy?
not had a beard.
Okay,
yeah.
so he was the exception back then, though.
I guess, yeah. I mean, when he was his plan was, because he got hired at this company when he was like 21 or whatever,
Right.
and he's like, I'm gonna grow a beard to look older, and then when I grow older, I'm gonna shave it off so I look younger. And then we kind of got to the point where, like, if you shave it off, it's gonna look so fucking weird. Like, don't do that. So he's just been a beard guy his entire. My mom has never seen him without a beard.
That's wild.
Ever. He used to play hockey at Hockey Town, and he took like a stick to the lip, and he just shaved right here to get stitches on his lip, and then kept the rest of it. So that's why, like, people like there was a former company that we used to work at where there was like an ad deal with one of the, I don't know, razor shaving cream companies.
Sure.
And they were like, yeah, we sold your beard. Like, we're going to do like a thing where we shave it. And I was like, the fuck you are. I was like, you guys are going to make $50K for me to shave my beard and get no money. So yeah, that was a no. I was not going to. I don't think there's, under any circumstances would I shave it. Even people like, oh, like for charity? No, I'll just donate. Like, there's no, like, I don't have to shave my beard to help out.
I think you'd look. I'm not debating and saying you should, but you would look fine. I would look awful with no.
I can't see you boys without beards. I really can't.
Although in 18, I didn't have one.
Really?
Yeah, I had this with just the bottom.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you still had something going on.
Yeah, there was something. No, never naked.
I guess I
face.
more mean just like I do, because I can't. I mean, the only time was the COVID season where I did the stash. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about.
And even that felt kind of
No, it was
different.
great.
It was good.
It was great.
It was great.
It was
Yeah.
great, Steve. It was great.
my grandmother didn't love it. R.I.P.
All right, so then let's go. Bring it back.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah.
Here he was thinking saying R.I.P. would get a little bit of like.
We were like,
"Alright, man."
yeah,
it's like,
all right.
"Poor dude, this is perfect. What are you talking about?
Shout out on
Perfect.
Kath.
Oh man, yeah. Anyway, this comes in from Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Not Jack our audio. But shout out to Jack.
our audio.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Jack.
Woo! Shout out to Jack.
You know what I like about Jack specifically? Jared's like, do you guys want to get a sweet treat? And Jack's the first one to be like, fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. Let's get
Yeah.
those dots, baby.
Yep. Everywhere I go, it's like, all right, if I eat a meal, it's like, all right, well, where's the candy now? Where are the treats? Where's the ice cream? And I know I can count on Jack. If everyone else is like, not for me, or I'm, not today, I'm like, all right, Jack, let's roll.
I mean, Jack is the GOAT audio guy. When it's about audio, Jack is just crushing.
Crushing.
Yeah. The amount of audio he collects is
Goes
just
brazen.
no one's seen it like that.
Dumb.
The audio numbers he puts up
Yeah.
are just absurd.
I do fear.
I do fear. Jack says, "What are the plans for the Red Sox home opener?"
Why would you just ask us?
Yeah,
instead of-
yeah. Why'd you send that DM? And you're
Yeah,
literally
that's
right there.
What are the plans for the
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Just tell me, because I want to get the audio. If
yeah,
you guys are doing it, I want to collect the sound.
Our plans for opening day.
Yeah,
Socks.
from Jack.
We sent out the email today, right? Yeah, we sent an email today to try and figure out if we're going to do a live show for opening day.
Socks.
I think there's going to be hell on earth if T is not a part of that. I'm not even saying that like it's going to be his fault or anyone's fault in particular. We're not blaming anybody, but
Not blaming 98.
we're not blaming anybody.
Sports Hub.
Yeah, we're not blaming anybody, but T, he's got to be there. He's got to get his flowers. He's got to be able to get up on stage and hear the roar of that crowd when they're like, Tyler Milliken.
T.
He's also.
Who should we get to announce?
I don't know, but I gotta say, I've seen some early views of what Corey's cooking up for the entrances, and me oh my, it looks incredible. So the announcer needs to match what Corey's cooking.
Wait. So I know that like the idea was to do wrestling entrance themes to come out, but did you guys tell him what songs you want? Because
Not yet. No, these are the graphics. We're talking like graphics
wouldn't
video.
the graphics have to match the song?
Technically,
Yeah,
yes.
like, they would have to.
But again, these are just like prototypes. Like what he's already cooking is great. I can only
They're
imagine what
there's
it's
gotta
like
be,
when it's
like
lined up.
the
with songs.
video has to cut during like beat drops.
Oh,
like
of
it's got to
course.
sync.
Of course.
What song would you use?
You'll see at the live show.
You're not even going to tell me.
Not on mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, true. There's other people.
Do you know what
listening to
song
this.
you would choose?
I do. Yeah, I won't say it here, but I know.
You do know?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, right?
It's weird not to
No,
say.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
I feel like you'd be the first that would know.
Why the fuck would I know? You've never told me.
No, I'm saying of what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can't read your mind, dude.
Yeah. So
Fuck you.
I'm gonna leave it up to Jake because I don't want to rob Jake of his own entrance, but my entrance, if you so choose, would involve you. So it's up to you.
Because he's Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Heyman's got his own music, though, doesn't he?
No.
I thought he did.
He comes out
by himself sometimes.
Yeah, but he usually comes out cold.
That's what we should talk about.
What?
You were baffled. We watched Raw last night.
Yeah. And baffled how much you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've never seen you tweet about it or anything. You've never talked to me about it.
Yes, I have. I ask you about Nakamura like once a week, and you're like, this is weird.
Yeah,
Why are you
Steve.
doing this?
Yeah, so it's up to you, Jake.
I'm not me.
That's right. That's right, Jake. Yeah, I mean, like you would still get announced. You're not going to not hear your name.
Eamon's been my role, I feel like, since day one of the pod.
That's right. Yeah.
Natural
All right.
Heyman.
Yeah, done. All right.
Textbook Heyman.
Textbook.
Alrighty, this comes in from Spencer.
Hey, Spencer.
Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you. Listening to the 10 on my drive to work is one of my favorite things. I work in critical care and just spent the last hour taking turns doing CPR on someone my age. I found myself doing comparisons and saying ba-doop, doop, doop in my head and just cracked a smile. Once we did all we could. This is really dark. Once we did all we could, whoa, I stepped away and to lift my mood, I watched the Bregman reaction clip. Thank you guys for making the hard days better. Never stop making people happy, my dudes. Go Sox. So the person didn't make it?
No, definitely not.
Nope.
I gotta say,
That's not working.
Anytime I've mixed in DMs of people just being nice and being like, you guys are great, they don't include someone dying
So I
typically.
killed the guy, and then I watched the Bregman
So I strangled him and then saw your clip and loved it.
It was awesome. Brighten my day.
that post-murder clarity.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't feel as bad after watching your clip.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
So-
something. Okay, this comes in from our guy Mike.
Hey, our guy Mike.
He has the
Dog
dog.
named Nomar.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say it like that too. He's got the dog name.
You say it every time.
I know I do.
I know Mike.
If you were assembling a meal, main course, side, drink, and dessert of fast food items, and you can only use a restaurant once, what would your order be? I love this.
We gotta think about this a lot.
Surprisingly, yeah, Mike's surprised that I love this. It's all I eat.
I mean, so the dessert obviously comes down to the McFlurry or the shake from Wendy's.
That's one of the craziest things you've ever said.
Where the fuck else are you getting a dessert? Are you getting a
Dairy
dessert?
Queen.
Ooh, see, this gets
I've
interesting
never been
I
to
don't.
Dairy Queen.
That's
The definition
crazier
of
than the
fast
previous
food is
thing you
now
said.
up for debate.
Dairy Queen's fast food. We'll get Jeff D. Lowe on the
Yes.
phone if we need to. It's fast food.
Yes, it's just I wouldn't have thought of that
Wait,
immediately
so-
in Jared's defense.
All right.
They've got drive-through windows.
All right.
No, I know. I know.
DQ is weirdly huge in Maine.
It is.
There's more queues than I expected.
Yeah.
And grill and chills too, not just
No, I
ice
know.
cream only.
I was surprised when we went up there.
I'm gonna make a selection.
Yep.
Should we draft?
Is this a team?
Should we
I
draft?
kind of love draft. Yeah, let's do a draft. Want to close it out with this? Let's draft.
Shit.
Yeah, that's gonna take a.
Who's
Yeah,
getting
a
the
little
first pick?
I
bit.
mean,
you could have it because it sounds like you're gonna pick terrible things. So
No, I'm
that's fine.
not.
let's get these out of the way.
No, I'm not.
I'll go 2. Steve goes 3, and
Yeah.
then
Wrap
snake
it.
it
I don't
back.
want the first pick.
You can.
I
What
want
pick
the
do you
third
want,
pick.
Jared? All right, you
Is it a
get
snake?
Yeah,
Is it a
snake.
snake?
Yeah,
snake.
snake, yes,
All right, I want
yes.
third. I want third.
Okay. Do you know what you are gonna get? What do we need again, Steve? So I can write this down.
main course, side, drink, and dessert.
Oh, main course
I'm also
side.
just gonna go off of what I
Side, drink.
perceive to be fast food.
Dessert.
So let's add to that. Can we add fries is its own thing?
Isn't that a side?
No. Fries is its own thing. Main course.
I'm fine with
What
that.
do you mean fries? Is it
Because
Fine with
everything comes with fries. So
Okay.
main course, fries, side,
Okay,
drink, dessert.
okay?
I can go first if everyone else is struggling.
Yeah, go
I'm
for
not
it.
struggling.
You are. You just punted on the one pick.
Well, because I want back-to-back picks.
Just one pick gets
I
back to
can go
back
first
picks.
if you want.
I'll go
Yeah,
2.
I'm
That's
down the
fine.
line.
Okay, I'm going to lead it off here, and it's because Coley just mentioned Dairy Queen. I'm going to go with what I had last night. I love the DQ chicken tenders. I'm taking that for the meal.
Wow, it's a good. The basket
And that
goes
comes with the
crazy.
honey mustard, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've never had them, so I don't. I can't.
No,
even,
it goes crazy.
honey mustard's
Okay,
still
all right,
delicious.
all right, all
I'm
right.
thrilled to report.
Yes.
Dairy Queen's food is very good. Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going 2.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what we got here. We got main side, drink, dessert, fries. There's a lot of options for a lot of them, I think. For drink, I don't think there's as many. I'm going McDonald's Sprite. Off the board.
That's a good one.
It's off the
I would
board,
have went
Jared.
McDonald's Coke, but McDonald's was the correct answer for the drink.
That's on the board.
Yeah, I was
two
gonna
picks.
say, why
Two
is-
picks
that's not
back to back. Okay. The fries. Burger King. Burger King fries.
Interesting.
Yep. No, they're
BK
very
fries?
good. Yep. Yeah.
BK zones?
Yeah. The Burger King fries are fucking awesome.
Really? Burger King's fries are very year-to-year dependent. Like that.
Fine.
And
From what I
location
recall,
Burger King is the most location dependent
Yeah.
out of all of them.
BK has some bad BKs.
yeah, no, I
Big
agree.
time.
I agree.
But their fries are very Josh Beckett. Like there are years where it's like these might be the best fries in the league. There are other
Peak-
years where it's like
Peak
dear
Burger
God.
King fries.
Okay.
What do we have left?
Four things.
That's about it. I think
You've
we're
got
almost done.
main,
dessert.
side, dessert, drink for you.
No, we did main.
No, you didn't. No, we're all drafting. our
I
own
thought.
thing.
I thought we were fucking.
Get the fuck out of here. Why would we do it this way?
What's going on here? You can pick anything.
Why would you pick
Jesus.
third if we were all building one meal for all
I
of us
thought
to
we were-
share?
But the
No,
first
you're
thing over
building-
everything you picked was BK fries?
That's crazy.
have that pick back.
Yeah.
Well, you've got another pick. So
Yeah,
no.
true, you
Well,
can
yeah,
make up
none of
for
us are going to draft BK fries.
Yeah,
if
you can
wanna
take
wait.
those whenever you want, or you can leave them.
I'm going to wait for my fries because I don't think anyone else is going to take them.
All right, I'm not taking BK fries as my first pick. Then
Okay.
I thought we were doing.
That's
it
fine. There was
together.
some confusion. You don't need
If
to.
we were doing it together, I'd be furious. You just took BK fries.
That's crazy.
Furious.
Okay.
That's why I told you Donald's Coke was still on the board.
Yeah. All right.
In my head, that's like a fast food place called Donald's. I'm like, where is Donald's? I've
Don's?
never heard of that. Big Don's.
McDoodas?
My main meal is going to be Wendy's chicken nuggets
Wow.
with barbecue sauce. Thank you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So-
Second pick,
Yeah. You got side, drink, dessert, fries on the board.
side. Ooh. For my side, and this one goes brazy. This is gonna be KFC biscuits. KFC biscuits off the board
Again,
for a
you can only
side.
use one restaurant per.
That does make this a little tricky.
That's what I'm thinking in my head.
One restaurant
actually fear that.
per team.
No, per slot.
your
So
line.
you can't like double Donald's. You can't for you.
Per lineup, you can
like,
only
you
have-
use McDonald's, I can still use McDonald's.
Correct.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coley.
So for my side, because I'm worried that could be gone, my side, Doritos Locos Tacos.
Wow.
What a side.
Interesting.
Supreme.
Interesting.
Supreme.
Please and thank you. Get my veggies in.
No.
I get two now, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he
what do
does.
you mean,
He's
no,
the
it's-
top of the order,
yeah,
just like how you.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah.
My drink is. Oh man, there's a place that I just love everything. What's the thing I'm gonna pick from Chick-fil-A? We're gonna go with Chick-fil-A waffle fries as
Okay.
the fries, and then for the drink, McDonald's Diet Coke.
That was between the Sprite and the DC.
Okay.
I was between those two.
Yeah, it's an elite Diet Coke.
McDonald's beverages just go so much brazier than anyone
They're
else's
incredible. I mean,
beverages.
Chick-fil-A's DC is pretty good too.
Yeah.
but-
Chick-fil-A is an ice dependent restaurant.
It is.
I don't think the beverages are much to write home about, honestly.
Mhm.
I think it's the ice.
I have a fine time with the DC, but nothing touches McDonald's.
Oh yeah, it's not bad. I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad by any stretch.
Yeah, never flap.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go right to dessert because I know Jared's fries, and you guys have both taken mains, so there's no reason. And I am gonna take the DQ Blizzard. It really doesn't
Elite.
get better than that.
Elite.
The DQ Blizzard.
Okay.
I mean, they have to flip it upside down, or they give you the franchise if it falls out.
That is true.
They stand by that product in a way no one else stands by anything in today's world.
By the way, real fast on the Blizzard, which is an all-time dessert. For something that they flip over like that, it's crazy that that dessert gets soupy. The Blizzard can get soupy fast. And so that shows me you're cocky that you're doing that because that thing can fall out.
Do I have two picks right now?
Once Steve's done talking, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking
Crazy.
crush these two picks.
Yeah.
Crush. Okay.
Here's my thought process.
For my dessert, McDonald's M&M McFlurry off the board. For my beverage, Taco Bell Baja Blast. Thank you very much.
Boom.
Two picks, two big booms.
Yeah, the blast is solid. I mean, they built an empire around it.
They really did.
There's nothing wrong with that. So like the only other dessert I was thinking, and it's why I was okay going Doritos Locos Tacos from the Bell. They don't have the caramel apple empanada anymore. That to me is like the peak of fast food desserts.
McDonald's used to have a great Cinnabon.
Oh, I mean, they used to give you 2 pies, Jerry, for $1.
Yeah.
And they just don't do that. That's the America I grew up in.
Yeah.
I don't know about you people.
Yeah.
Both of you guys took mains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm going to take a fries here, although I think you both already took fries.
No, I haven't taken fries.
No. Who knows what
Still
fry
gonna be
you're
on the
take.
board.
I'm going to take a fry I think is going to get a lot of scrutiny from you two and a lot of support from the people. And that's the RB curly fry. The Arby's curly fry.
They look good. I haven't had them yet.
With the horsey sauce goes bananas. Absolutely bonkers. And I don't even fear it.
No.
Zero fear at all there. I think that's fine. I just don't have enough of a book on Arby's. There's like none that have
They're
been
seasoned so well. They're curly, which gives you a nice little.
My pick.
The other,
No, it's me.
yeah, go for it. No, it's not. Yeah, it's Steve back
me.
to back.
It's me. Dessert. I think I have dessert and side left, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably that sounds right.
I think
Because
those are the last two.
yeah.
Dessert. I'm gonna go with a Wendy's chocolate frosty.
That's a good pick. Yeah,
That thing always hits. And then with the side, I want to show BK love because they were always there for me in high school.
They're good people over the King.
I have since switched over to McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, but BK was there early on.
BK must.
I'll take onion rings count, right? Or no?
As a side.
I was thinking that's a contender for my fries is
Yeah,
the BK onion rings.
Or onion
That's
rings.
not a fucking fry.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not. It's not at all. But I wouldn't get the fries and the onion rings. I would never do that. You get the rings as a substitute
You're saying
for
now like the
fries.
meal needs to make sense together.
No, it doesn't. You can do that if you want.
Okay,
What
'cause
I'm saying is
I'm gonna do it.
Burger King, like if you order the meal, you can substitute onion rings for fries. It's not like you can substitute it for your drink.
Can't do that in this draft.
True. But I'll still stick with the BK onion rings. I would always
side?
get
For a
excited
side.
when a couple would get
that a
mixed in.
side?
For the side.
Okay.
No,
Yep.
he just punted. It's between me and you, no?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. This
Did you
is
just make
what
2 picks?
Yeah.
What would be me? You go last, fuckface.
Jerry's thought it's his pick the entire time.
Every time. He's like,
That's got to be
I
me
go
now.
5
Wait,
straight.
I get like 2 or 3 right now.
You go last. You got the
It's
you
a,
begged
it's
for
a
the third
double
pick.
wraparound.
Are you the first pick?
Yes.
All right.
So for my main, I think my favorite main is the McDonald's quarter pounder. I think that's America's favorite.
Yeah.
But I took the McDonald's Sprite, so I can't do that here.
No,
That's
you
just
Quarter
the
pounder
rules.
still being out there is kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
It should have went drafted, some character concerns, but should have been drafted, no doubt.
Yeah.
A lot of good mains out there. Taco Bell's got a lot of good mains. Can't take them. Use that from my side. There's one restaurant I'm thinking about. Well, there's 2. There's one I'm actually going to pick, and there's a restaurant I would love to draft, but it would. The people aren't ready for that pick, and we can discuss after what that pick was going to be. But for me, I'm going to draw a line in the sand.
Do it.
There was something that happened that shut down this country, and it was the Great Chicken
E. coli?
Sandwich Wars
Oh.
of 2019, which led to Dr. Anthony Fauci developing COVID to give to us to get us all back inside to figure out what the fuck's going on. I am going with the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich as my main. I think it's better than Chick-fil-A's. I think Chick-fil-A are
Hey.
I think they're a sauce company. I don't think they're a food company. That's my take on Chick-fil-A.
I thought that was going to be bolder. That's fine.
Okay.
I think they're completely built. I remember I had a tweet a few years ago that drove people insane. I said McDonald's 10-piece nugget with their sweet and sour sauce clears everything on the Chick-fil-A menu. People are furious. Yeah. The Chick-fil-A cult that they get going on is something I've been fighting against for years.
I like Chick-fil-A.
It's fine. It's a solid spot.
I get excited every time I get Chick-fil-A. The waffle fries are incredible. You're right, though. It's heavily carried.
They're sauce merchants.
Well, it's heavily carried by the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Their sauce like even the Polynesian sauce. The Polynesian sauce is really good. They have really good sauces.
They do.
I think their food on the whole is solid.
I think it's good. Yeah.
But the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich did something to this country that that they had to get in order quickly. They said, what's going on here? So yeah, I'm going with the Popeyes spicy chicken sanguino. And I love my board. I love my team. I think we got a great season coming up.
Cool. Can I fucking draft now?
You can finish it off.
Jesus Christ.
It's your turn.
With the final
The
pick
thing
of the
about the Popeyes.
Sure.
there might be some controversy here, disputing whether or not this is fast food. So I think I'm going to have to defer to Jake to determine the validity.
He's a fast food expert. We knew that when we hired him.
Oh, he's got a laptop.
He does have a laptop.
Yeah. You made it a fast food thing.
I didn't.
I made it an access thing. With the final pick in the draft.
All you have is fries left, by the way.
Correct.
And you've already
And
drafted
I'm not
them.
going Burger King.
I do like how much Jared's been directing this towards the camera too. Like with the final pick.
With the final
in
pick
2025.
in the 2025 fast
He's got a
food
jersey.
draft. Team Jared will be selecting Five Guys curly fries.
So if Jeff D'Lo were here, because I've had this conversation with him, he'd say that's fast casual, not fast food.
Well,
I don't have a problem
Okay.
with it
All right.
because Five Guys stinks.
No,
Are there Five
their
Guys
fries
drive-thrus?
are very
Is that
good.
a thing? No, right?
I've
never seen one.
I can't say
Yeah.
no. I can't
Okay.
say no definitively.
Yes.
I can't
Okay.
say no
There are.
I've
definitively.
just never seen one.
Yeah, there's one.
What's great, like
There's one in Saugus now, right?
so, like I didn't have Five Guys, Chipotle, places like that on my board. My Chipotle has a drive-through, so like to me that could have been draftable.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it because I think your draft overall is the worst one by far.
Mine?
Yeah.
I had the best one.
No,
I'm
you
like
think you
already
beat the
forgot my
fat
team.
guy in the fast food draft? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, yes.
Read through your team because you didn't even have the decency to write yours down.
Yeah, because I have a
you
good
took
memory.
multiple
We'll put
types
we'll
of
put a
fries.
graphic out there. We'll put it up.
My
to a
main
vote.
course
Uh-huh.
was Wendy's chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce.
Uh-huh.
My side was biscuits from KFC. My drink was Taco Bell Baja Blast, and my fries was the curly fries from Five Guys. Like I have a very strong team.
I
And
consider.
my dessert was the M&M McFlurry.
I
I
considered.
probably won.
You got.
It's a good squad.
I think when we all took ice cream and I took the Blizzard, I think Steve agrees. Like the Blizzard's the king.
The Blizzard is the leader there. I'd have to see. I've
Although I will
forgotten
say,
half my team.
We got Culver's last night. I mean, Jake did. The cement mixer that they
The mixer,
got.
the
I
concrete
think it's,
mixer?
I think it's pretty close to DQ.
It looked good. I mean, it's kind of taking performance enhancers because it's like 1,000 calories. So
Sure.
I don't know what they're pumping in there.
Have we ever looked at the DQ calories?
No, and I don't say anything.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to.
I don't think it's like a 50 calorie
No, I
treat.
know.
You know what I'm
a
saying?
nice healthy option to get 3 mix-ins and twirl them around.
What did you finish with on your board,
I gotta
Steve?
remember. So it was the chicken tenders from DQ.
Yeah.
We had a McDonald's Diet Coke.
Yep.
We had the waffle fries from Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
We had the chocolate frosty from
Yep.
Wendy's.
Yep.
We had the onion rings from BK, which are my weakest
Yeah,
item.
that's all 5. There you go.
And there it is. Yeah.
That's your team.
So that's the third place team.
Yeah.
I like that squad.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's kind of a weird team. I don't know if it's even making the play. I think we make the playoffs.
The
and maybe get
frosty,
out
the
first.
frosty is your blue chip prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
People
of
go
potential.
crazy for Wendy's. I think Wendy's is the most mediocre of all of them. But I say that as a good thing. Like you're not going to get anything bad from Wendy's. I think they have a very high floor. I just don't think their ceiling's particularly
Yeah, they're
high.
pretty consistent. If you go to Wendy's, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, like we said about BK. BK
Yeah.
is super
All
location
over the place.
dependent.
All over the place. There was one by you when I got on the way home and an immediate stomach ache. It was terrible.
I've seen like grossly undercooked chicken
Oof.
from Burger King.
It's
Because I
bad.
like Burger King chicken sandwich when the chicken wars were happening. I thought that one was a heavy contender, and then I got my second one, and I was like, "This thing's not even cooked."
I almost considered Taco Bell Cinnaballs.
Wow. Yeah, Taco Bell. Listen, only being able to draft one is quite a wrinkle because
Yeah.
me getting the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich, throw with that. Doritos Locos Tacos, unbelievable side. The McDonald's Sprite, I'm slurping all that down. The DQ Blizzard and the Arby's curly fries. I mean, that's just good drafting right there. That's
a good
it's a
team.
good second place team. Yeah.
It's a good thing. We'll have people vote on it. We'll put a graphic out there.
Yeah. I'm gonna dust you guys.
yeah. No, again, the
You've
fat
never
guy's
said that
bad at
before.
food.
Never had that confidence. I don't know where this
He
is
said
coming from.
it today. He was mini golf. What did you shoot?
I think Jerry shot 100 and he's like, fucking suck on that.
Jared hit his
We
first
won.
shot so hard. It was the most stereotypical.
People that were playing on other holes were laughing.
That was the least helpful woman of all. She literally like Nelson Muntz pointed and laughed at you.
Yeah.
Could have
She-
easily. The ball was next to her foot. She was like,
She
"You come
laughed
get
at
it."
me and didn't help get the ball any closer to me.
No,
Yeah.
you were looking at the club like, what's going on here? Like, this is all on you. But hey, fun time.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to wipe my ass with both of you guys. Very excited about that.
That will do it for Down in the DM. As always, brought to you by Ronald's Napkins. They clean your fucking face.
Yeah, they do. All right. Any final thoughts, Steve?
Final thought is welcome to Secco Boys. We had a fun time adding Jared to the Secco Boys on Sunday night. I was a little worried if you'd enjoy it or not. Secco Boys, for the record, for anyone keeping track at home, is when we drink Prosecco, and it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the reaction. It was like, yeah, not too bad. Is that where you're at still?
Yeah. No. I was like, I had the Prosecco, and I was like, this tastes good. Yeah.
Yeah. You joined. Will Fleming definitely joined. And
Yeah, he did.
it was a hell of a time playing games with the guys. And Suicide Pool is something I'll never forget.
Yeah,
Spool.
My back is
Spool
destroyed.
is on fire.
Yeah. Coley, final thoughts?
I think probably the most talked about, underappreciated storyline. The beatdown me and Jake gave to everyone in this house
Jake's takes?
on the beer pong
Did we do
table.
Jake's takes?
I think Jake's going to agree with this.
Yeah, I think it was 17-2 in beer pong. It got a little hazy towards the end, but hell of a performance by me and Cold Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. There was
Yeah.
a lot of shit being talked before that too,
With who?
and again, it was just a BU kid, a UMass kid linking up, coming together. Lil Wayne Pipkins couldn't shoot as well
Lil Wayne Pippin.
as me and Jake did on that evening. It was just a beat down after beat down. Like almost a couple naked laps were on the table. It was very, very close. We might have to run it back tonight because I know Jared's not a gracious loser.
I didn't play. We have to be up at 5 a.m. right? Yeah, so I got to go to bed. Yeah, we're going to bed. Actually, yeah, it's time to go to bed now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. And next time you see them will probably be next week or on Friday for the Garrett Crochet interview. And the next time you see me, I will be in Bradenton, Florida, and then Phoenix, Arizona. So we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Doop.
Buenas noches, amigos.